Alrighty. Then if everyone is ready, we can pretty. Oh, that's the wrong. That's the. No, that's not it. We can go ahead and start. Does anyone need snacks or anything before we're good, or we're good?
I've got everything in my room right now.
Okay. So, when we last left off, you guys had just conquered the monastery encounter, faced several, like a horde of ninja, and saved several people from impending explosions. How you guys are now riding back to the X Mansion on the jet, moving very quickly through the sky. Kitty is flying. Uh, Logan and Archangel are in the jet with you. How's everyone kind of feeling surviving your second big combat encounter?
Probably
Um,
just
I know me and the other clone Feoras are hyping each other up about what we did.
Hell yeah! So how many Feoras are in the plane right now, separate?
I don't remember because I know last session we actually did make it back to the X Mansion and we stopped there.
hmm
I think you've got
But
4
we
or
mer-
5.
I think you left off with five, but my assumption was that you would like absorb them all again. But if you just have them out, you can just have.
Yeah, no, I remember hyping. We were like, oh my gosh, like I almost died or I
Oh,
almost
that's
used the
right. That's
bomb.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
Uh, Raphael, how are you feeling?
I'm just glad everyone came out safe.
That's good. Where does your mind go when you kind of think back to the fight and uh, having actually like hurt people in this one? Whereas the first fight you were on the ground most of the time, but in this
Yeah,
one you did some damage.
it's necessary.
It's
They were
necessary.
bad people.
hmm Bruce, how are you feeling after this?
I think I'm just kind of evaluating the
hmm
situation in my head and probably going over the various bruises and lacerations
hmm
on my body, kind of taking stock of what's what.
hmm Uh, you are also, it occurs to me, covered in blood. And you are probably the most visibly in combat out of the group. Um, Logan and Archangel are kind of at the front of the plane, and you still had that exchange where Logan kind of hyped you up on the way home and things like that. Um, let's see. Kitty is at the front. Kind of, you can see she's like fiddling with the plane and seems more sure of herself now after kind of proving her worth in a piloting situation. But you guys kind of made a weird first impression on her, and she glances like into the rear view every so often uh, to take stock of how you guys are looking. So let's see.
The wave.
She kind of gives you like the like taxi driver like nod of like uh-huh. um
Uh, I would like to ask. I am the only one here that doesn't have a healing factor, right?
that's actually a
Seems like it.
good question. I think I had assumed you did, but nope, no healing factor.
That
Oh damn.
sucks. Fucking rough, dude.
So you are what? How much? You were down to about half health when we left you. I mean, you're
Right.
fine now, but you are for
So
sure like exhausted, like absolutely for sure.
yeah, I don't know if I would be like. I mean, exhausted. I think I'd
hmm
be in pretty fit shape as far as that goes. But I
Right.
think I don't definitely, that by this point everyone else is probably good as new, and I've still got aches and pains
Right.
and
You you
acid burning in my body.
you have some extremely thin cuts across your like forearms and like shoulder area from where one of the ninjas lashed out at you with razor wire. Um, and it kind
Oh,
of
you ran
like
through them.
it wasn't enough to make you
It's
bleed
like paper
enough.
cuts.
It's It's
Bad
awful.
paper cut.
It's like a scrape.
It's the kind of cut that is burny and itchy. You know what I mean? Like more than it even hurts. It's just so upsetting. But you're a
Yeah,
tinky
like a
guy.
scrape.
Yeah.
Just mental mind over matter. It's just locked in.
uh Archangel kind of like sees you 1,000 yards staring a little bit and reaches into a compartment and pulls out some like not like gauze but like a cream of some form. It's like
Neosporin.
yeah, yeah. So this is like
Please, I'm allergic to that.
we have Neosporin. We also have Aloe. I don't know if either of those are gonna be what you're needing, but it would probably help. How's the rest of the crew looking? How are you guys? He kind
I
of
can
pointing
really
to.
me and the other Feyors are doing what? Like fucking patty cake at the back of the plane.
God, just a chorus of Theora. Patty cake, patty cake. Awesome. And you guys all see the monk kid that you picked up, kind of just snoozing in the back. He
He's meditating.
uh, he said he was like, I'm gonna meditate for a bit, and then he fully like head back like
It's clonked down.
uh and you guys make your way back to the X Mansion. So at this point it's probably about you left at like
Left in the morning.
10-ish, yeah, give or take. You woke up at like 9, left around 10.
I think
It's
that Bruce never leaves the window.
real. So actually,
He's just
you guys are so high up. The jet travels at
like stealth altitude.
yeah, like it's a thing of like the lower to the ground, the more you have to deal with like weird speed stuff with physics. So it goes higher to get more velocity. If you had to guess, Bruce, you've like they told you about how planes work. You would guess that you're probably hitting Mach 10 or so right now, and you're not entirely sure how the plane is like as stable on the inside as it is. But you are absolutely booking it, and you can see like beyond the curvature of the Earth. Like you're up high enough to where the sky is dimming. You know what I mean?
Like stratosphere almost.
Yeah.
Get a glimpse of the altimeter on the dash.
Yeah. You said that just to test if I know how high up that is. You are when does the sky start? It's like 3 or 4 miles, something like that, isn't it?
It's more than that. Are you talking about like till you get into space?
Basically, yeah.
Uh,
Point is you're edging. You're edging space.
Big edge fence.
Whatever that number is the number you are at, is the edging number. And you guys make it back to the X jet or the X Mansion in like just about an hour, which is crazy because you know that's China to New York, so you guys are moving at a pretty good clip. As you kind of pull in, the plane kind of begins its descent, kind of like as you're approaching New York City, like kind of near the coast area, and then it starts making its way down, and you see just truly like how much area the X Mansion has to itself. Like you knew it had like land around it, but it has a pretty large buffer area from like the rest of civilization, which you can only assume is a safety feature to keep people from getting in who don't like mutants. As you kind of rest over the and hover over the I believe it was a tennis court that flips back and opens up for the cockpit or the hangar for the jet. You see a bus is pulled in, which you're guessing is briefly mentioned by, I believe, Professor X last session. There were some kids out on a field trip, and you're guessing they have returned home at this point. Go ahead and do this. So as you kind of land and pull into the hangar, it the jet docks. Forge comes out, who is you see a guy who's average height, the kind of nice like brown caramelish skin, very like suave Mexican energy. He comes out in metal leg and he's like, "Did you tear up the jet this time, or is it mostly in good condition?" Logan kind of comes out and goes, "She's intact. She's not any more broken than usual." And kind of makes his way down the hallway. Kitty and Archangel following. And as you kind of get to the arrival lounge, you see Professor X is there. Hey!
That's perfect timing.
That was perfect timing. You literally caught me as I was running a subroutine in my head to explain whether or not you just got left on the jet or so go ahead and hop in. You haven't missed much. All that basically happened is you slept on the plane, which you called meditating, and flew back to the X Mansion.
Okay, so like people accidentally, quote unquote, heard me snoring as I quote unquote meditated.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And there's a link to the Foundry in the chat. So you guys all make it to the arrival lounge. Jared, for you, you wake up as the jet kind of comes in for landing. It's a little bit nauseating at first because I assume you've not flown in a plane before. But you wake up kind of as, its descent is being made, which is probably a little nerve-wracking. A tennis court kind of pops up and folds back, and you hover gently into a hangar that is below ground, and take this little tram to the mansion proper. And you see a bald guy in a wheelchair there waiting for you. And he kind of comes up and approaches and goes, "Hello, children. How was your adventure?"
How was an adventure?
How was your
All of the
adventure?
Feoras were all speaking simultaneously, like not synchronized, but like all like, "Oh my gosh, that was so fun! This is great. We need to do this more often."
We fought ninjas.
Ninjas. That, well, I guess China, but seems out of the ordinary. Actually, I'll get to that first in a second. But first, it is nice to meet you, Kai, I believe. Yes.
Yes, it is.
I am Professor Charles
It's a
Xavier.
pleasure. It's a pleasure to meet you, Professor.
You speak excellent English. I kind of thought that would be an issue, but you kind of sound like you're from, like, I don't know, Indiana or something. It's crazy.
So I've been told.
That part of China has a regional accent that just happens to sound like Hoosier. He goes, "Well, it's a delight to have you. Feel free to make yourself comfortable. If you need anything, you can consult me or any of the other staff here, including Logan and Archangel, who you've met. Children, I would like to, at some point later, pick your brains about not only today's events, but also yesterday's. These attacks on our students are most concerning, and it'd be extremely helpful if I could go, if you'll allow me, over your memories of the past few challenging events. So if you'll, at some point, I understand if you need a moment to rest and recuperate." He looks directly at you, Bruce, and goes, "Probably shower. But, just when you preferably before it gets too late, come see me in my office, and we'll go over a few things. Uh, thank you for your time. And then he puts it in reverse and dips out of there, and goes back to his office. Logan kind of walks by and goes, "I'm gonna head up and shower too. I'm also yucky, but good work." He kind of pats you guys on the back, kind of awkwardly goes about his day.
Does he pat each individual Feora clone too, or
He kind of
or does he just assume one's the prime Feora?
he like backslaps Raphael, and like dad shoulder grabs Bruce and does the little shake where it's like a little too tight, and then like turns to the Feoras and it's kind of like, eh, and then just keeps walking. Archangel goes, there you can use the student showers. There's also showers, kind of like through that door, and he like points out into the hallway, if that's more the thing. But you know, whatever you're, the only thing is like take the elevator right back up to the student section when you're done. But other than that, if you need anything, let us know. Kai, when you go and see the office, they'll set you up with like a room and stuff like that. But other than that, if you need anything, we're around. And he starts fire. Sorry, it's just crazy a monk. And he dips and goes about your gay, and Kitty kind of dips kind of quick. She kind of goes like, "All right, have fun, goodbye," and just kind of moseys on, and you kind of get the sense that she
Does
is.
she use the doors?
No, not at all, not at all.
Makes sense.
And you guys are kind of at your own mercy. What's you have some time before you need to head to the office, but you guys
The shower's
have the
down this way?
mission. Yes, the locker rooms are there, and
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's not good.
Which one's which? I'll take a guess. Oh, it says
What's this door?
men's locker room. A gym.
There's a hidden wall back here.
Why does it keep zooming out when I fucking move, dude?
oh, I hope it's not. I hope I don't have the thing off. Oh, that's not what I wanted. There we go. I do not know.
Am I gonna get in trouble for just looking in all these rooms?
So I will say it this way: if you're just walking around, as long as you don't go to like a fully new zone, like floor is kind of what I mean by that. I will not say you're like just kind of meandering, but like you're probably just like taking little looks. You know what I mean? Like you're not like if you say you do something is when I will get more heavily into like narrative things.
Yeah. How about accidentally enter the women's locker room? That would have been awkward.
Accidentally, right.
Yeah,
Versus
actually,
the old 5 Feora clones.
as you go into the women's locker room, you
No.
No, it's you already did this.
No, I said I almost did accidentally.
uh,
Almost.
You
Not that
cracked
I
the door.
did.
He
No.
touched the door.
You-
He pushed the door
He
slightly
cracked the
open.
door. He just
you guys both managed to take peeks into both locker rooms just as you're kind of moseying around, and you can kind of see like the stuff from the different X-Men. You see multiple suits, because they mostly leave their doors open at this point. You know what I mean? Like they're kind of the only ones down here reliably. But you see one of Wolverine's like cowls. You see, you know, all kinds of stuff. Actually, Logan would have come this way. So Logan is actually in the men's the men's locker room at the moment. So you almost go into the women's, and he sees you in the hall, and he says, "Nope, this one, it's this one."
He's been there. He's been in my situation before.
They really
Willingly though.
should label the outside of these.
Yeah, they probably should.
I'm gonna go to
Recovery
the
rooms.
upstairs.
Cool. Are you in the recovery rooms right now, Kai?
I am.
Okay. So, as you walk back here, there is actually like one room that has like a beep you can hear in. There's a little beep of like a monitor
Oh,
with like a life sign.
shit.
And
I'm so sorry.
and are you investigating further, or are you just like walking back and you
I,
hear
I'm just walking back and I hear. I'm not trying to start any fights right now.
it? Cool.
I'll, I'll probably immediately head for food.
Cool. Are you able to move your guy, or are you still having trouble with that?
Let me.
Okay, good. Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
he's moving.
boom.
So, uh, there you go. One more level up. Okie doke. So you're heading for food, Bruce. Let's say this. What's the plan? What is everyone like trying to do outside of just exploring around?
I'm just trying to explore.
I guess I was
Get
cleaning
meat.
up, and then I was gonna go back up to the to the dining hall to see if anybody's out there.
Cool.
Socialize.
So, basically everyone is heading upstairs then. So I'll go ahead and pull us there for the time being. We'll say you guys, it takes about the same amount of time to like, get ready and like unstink and things like that.
I'll say I haven't unstinked yet.
Bruce is just
Covered in
food. uh, as you guys kind of come up to the second level, you see even more students that were here yesterday this morning, as more kids have come in from the field trip. You see someone, an older lady who looks like she's probably one of the staff here, with like big poofy red hair, or like brown red, as well as a guy who is now in the kitchen and fixing some sort of like stew or gumbo or something like that. As well as just like a ton more kids. There's uh, a guy who's like not wearing a shirt, just walking around in shorts and like a vest. There's all kinds of kids. A couple who look really similar, probably think they're related. There all kinds of stuff happening. So if you guys are just going straight for food, you guys kind of approach the counter. And this guy turns around. He's like wearing like a trench coat indoors. Interesting dude. He turns around and he goes, "Hey, what you having?"
I look over. I look over at Raphael. I go. What did he say?
Hey,
I don't.
I'll tell you what.
Not sure yet.
I was talking too fast. I'm sorry. I'll tell you what. I'm the Gambit.
Hey,
Okay, I caught that one.
I'm the Gambit. I believe you was the new kids, yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, well, hello, Bruce. I'm the Gambit. Hello, rest of you. I'm the Gambit. It's very nice to have all y'all. I'm cook.
Mention
Well, I'm trying to make a name for myself here. I'm cooking up. I'm cooking up some gumbo for y'all. A bunch on the Cajun brisket. So whatever y'all need, y'all let me know. I'll get you for it. All right.
as much as you can spare.
All right. I like to hear. I tell you what, I like you. All right. I'm gonna hit with that deal. Yeah. All right. And he kind of walks back. He walks back into the kitchen, gets back to cooking, pours you just a giant bowl of like stuff. It's just stuff, and it's brown, and it smells spicy, but it looks good. And you guys,
The most flavorful thing I've had in my entire life.
actually, yeah, roll a resilience check.
Oh my
He's gonna have some heat.
He's had nothing but like prison sludge his entire life.
Literally.
He's still low on health too. This might knock him out.
Like, kill him, dude.
Hold on. Luckily, my resilience is high, so it's 14.
You narrowly avoid the blind condition as you as your sinuses well up, but you do absolutely like immediately this thing hits the back of your throat, and you are leaking fluids from your face, but are otherwise fine.
I look over at the other remaining 4 Feyworths and I go, I think this is a job for one.
uh,
We like go to hug each other and like fuse back together.
Awesome. You guys do absolutely get fully flashbanged as that kind of merge happens of the zap of them becoming one person again. And you do take note that you don't have any duplicate items in your pockets or anything like that, so it does seem like whenever you clone, it's you don't have a way of duplicating objects, unfortunately.
Yes.
Yet. We'll see what you never know.
I know a loophole here. I know something she does.
Magneto can shoot lightning, so who knows how your powers work. So you guys all have your gumbo. So anyone who wants, give me a real quick vigilance check.
Okay. Is that 1 dice or 3? I forget.
It's all 3.
Always 3.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You just click on resilience, right?
Yeah.
I roll manually.
I got
14.
14 again.
Cool.
15.
15? Awesome. I mean, that will pretty much do it. You guys do all kind of notice as you, like, come out of the elevator even, that some of the kids are, like, a little, like, whoa! You know what I mean? They know X-Men do stuff here, but it's also, like, typically they like not like to knock people out and stuff like that, and Bruce is fully covered in blood. You're if whoever hasn't changed outfit is like cut up and stuff like that. Kai, you don't even have an X-Men uniform yet. You are still fully in monk garb. So
Yeah.
the elevator opens and they see 5 of the same lady. Raphael, who is very big, and his clothes are like dusty and cut up, and then Bruce, who's like left shoulder more than the rest of him, but also so much of all of him is just covered in blood. And then fully like a Shaolin monk, all step out and go and get gumbo.
Combo, dude.
Are you gonna try and like sit in the dining room to eat, or what's the vibe?
Absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you guys kind of want to sit? What's the
I'm just like standing in the middle next to the tables waiting.
There's
Everyone
4
else
of
can-
us. So I go right ahead and I go, oh shit.
I will say these tables are not necessarily representative of like the amount of seats that there would be at them
Mhm.
in lore. But
However, the squares fit perfectly.
this is true.
Yes.
Oh, my bad. I started dragging. My bad. So you're basically just going to like, is the goal an empty table, or are you trying to fit in with anyone?
We're taking an empty table.
Yeah.
You find a spot that's kind of right next to, what did I call them? Right next to like kind of the like misfit kids of,
That's what I was hoping for.
yeah.
Fucking the forest
hmm
demon thing.
You see,
All forgetting something thrown at you.
Loki. And you kind of they hardly notice you, but you also do see like the kind of like popular, but more well-off kids kind of across the way that do seem to take note of you. There's one kid there who's like, okay, there's a kid there that's played by Cameron Moynihan.
Who?
Cal Kestis, and also
Oh,
the Gotham
Jesus.
Joker. It's not Cameron Moynihan, but like picture him and it's him. As well as the moth girl that I briefly mentioned is there, and Fiji is sitting over there at the moment. And then at the Misfits table, you do see Throat Goat is kind of there by himself at the moment. He's still like face down in a book, trying to figure out times tables, struggling. And you guys dig into
I
your
gotta go check
gumbo.
on him.
Feel free. So, you hop up, walk
Okay.
over.
What's up, man? How's it going?
Hey, it's going. I'm still sure the times. How was your excursion?
Uh,
Are you actually? Are you all right? I was pretty looking
yeah.
at the math. I just looked up and you look crazy, dog. I'm gonna be real with you.
Well, I mean, it was just a mission, nothing too out of the ordinary.
What are those like? I don't go on those.
Oh, be faster than the other guy,
Uh huh. That's crazy.
pretty much.
Or
It's just kind of,
Is
fucking A train
I don't
for
know,
them.
just kind of go into the zone.
uh huh. Is
Not a
that
whole lot of thinking.
is that all your blood or?
It's a mix, but a lot of it from kind of like the waist down is from a monk.
Ooh. Where
Uh,
you know? As long as you're alright, I'm happy for you.
yeah, nothing too serious.
This is your first gumbo here? What do you think of the gumbo?
I've I didn't know food could be like this.
It's crazy, yeah. He puts a lot of spice in it, for sure. For sure, but it's really good. You get used to it. First time I came here, I like downed it because I got kind of used to just kind of one and doneing most meals, and I had to learn to not do that. But it's actually difficult because chewing is weird for me. Uh, it's like a Muppet situation. You ever see?
Be careful, like it doesn't fall out of the other one
Well, so there's
on the way
only
down.
there's only one is the weirdest part
Oh,
of
there's
looking at
only
me.
one.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay.
Which is also odd. I've not taken an X-ray. I don't know what's in the jaw area. And I'm a little afraid to find out. But
Can you like feel like a tongue in there or something? Or does it
no.
just kind of feel like solid mass?
So it's like it it feels like tight more than anything. Like because I
Ugh.
obviously I didn't look like this before, right? So I'm used to what a mouth feels like. I know how a mouth operates, but then the throat thing happened, and it's just like uh, I can kind of open the jaw area, but it's like oh okay, it's like have you ever it's like having like 16 packs of gum in your mouth.
Mm. What it's gum?
Hmm,
I was also gonna ask what spice was.
like like the like the salt like salt and pepper or like paprika.
No, I know what salt is.
Uh huh. So
The rest
like
of that, you lost me.
I want to lean over the table to Feywar and be like, I'm kind of worried about this guy. I don't know if Bruce is all there,
I nod to Ralph and I go, "Yeah, I'm listening."
I'm just picturing Raphael doing the big like lean with the like thumb over the shoulder, like I don't know about this guy. Meanwhile, dude is soaked in blood.
I'm really nonchalant as I'm doing like another like spoonful of like gumbo, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not
The
even
table is so
sitting.
much smaller than him.
I'm just like leaned over the table, just fully like out loud having this conversation. Like no attempt to
Real.
be discreet. Like I don't even think that like like in most people when they're in like a cafeteria, it's like you kind of automatically lower your voice a little bit.
Right.
And I'm like that's just not there.
uh,
But by this point, I'm assuming we're getting like other looks at like.
actually,
Bruce,
everyone,
like, what the fuck?
everyone, go ahead and give me another little vigilance check.
Oh, I dropped a dice.
Let me know if anyone gets above like say a 14.
17.
Hey, okay,
18.
nice.
You said a vigilance?
Yeah,
17.
awesome. So those of you who got above 14, you kind of do hear from like the Cameron Moynihan table a little bit of like snickering at that comment of like, this kid doesn't even know what gum is. Where did he come from? Uh, and you hear
Do I hear anything outright? Or do I just kind of hear snickering?
you hear like the muffled like kind of like the whisper that's like not a whisper where you just kind of like turn your back and lower your voice like a little bit. You know what I mean? Of like they're kind of assuming they're far enough away that it's like not they could be laughing about something else. You know what I mean? Like that kind of like assuming they're not being paid attention to. And you kind of hear Fiji go like, "Hey, don't be mean, all right? Who knows where you can't remember." It's like the dude's covered in blood in the cafeteria. uh,
I rolled a fantastic success on my marble die. Do I hear anything more?
uh, you, you. I'll give you this. You kind of get the sense that like the people sitting at that table, because it's more than four. There's like 5 or 6 people there. You get the sense that not all of the labs at that and the little like Snickers are like so much actually being down with it as much as it's like, yeah, okay, haha. You know, like not wanting to cause a like not wanting to like outwardly disagree. Yeah, you know what I mean?
They're following along it.
Yeah. So it's like a mixed
If,
bag of group.
if you'll allow me to do this,
Fear strikes my heart.
Flips the table.
uh, after like Throgoat and various other people bringing up the blood, I will try to use expel heat to kind of steam the blood out of my clothes.
Him, bro.
That's disgusting.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'll let it happen. I just gotta think about what that would be like.
I don't think I'm trying to like full out, fog cloud the cafeteria, but like just enough that it steams off of me.
Yeah, okay. So it's like I can't even make you roll for it because it's just how it would work. So a lot of the blood has dried at this point. So it's not like you're like,
White.
oh, that's
Not
scary.
like sopping.
It's not sopping, but it's like there's like a couple of wet spots, and it's like
a yellow suit.
yeah, exactly. There are areas where it's brown.
now.
Yeah, it's like and it's like in your hair and dried. You know what I mean? So it's a
Are
mess.
there any like meat chunks in his hair?
Uh,
I think I would have like dusted myself.
yeah, there definitely were at one point, but currently no. Mostly it's just the liquid mass at the spot at this point. So you start heating up. Are you trying to do it? How quickly are you attempting to raise your temperature?
I'm gonna just kind of, in my head, I'm picturing the process it taking like, like a
like
minute.
boiling water.
Okay.
Just like steaming it off of me like a hot plate of mac and cheese.
Gotcha. Uh, so Throatgoat, who's still fairly close, kind of goes back to his homework, and he goes like, "Damn, I need to turn the AC on," and he like takes his sweatshirt off. And those of you who are sitting next to him, kind of like hear like a little bit of a like a
Still standing next to Throgoat at this point, I think.
some of the dried blood, especially like in the hair, kind of it looks like it's condensating for lack of better words. And some of it like flakes off before it can like be reverted back to liquid.
That's off.
but
I would turn
also
up the heat enough if
right.
if it wasn't working.
the it it starts working pretty quickly.
Trying not to make a mess.
Right.
That's-
Uh, you notice that the slower you go, the more mess it creates. So you go straight for like, let's get this off. And as you do, just like you guys can like taste iron in the air.
I push my bowl of gumbo away from me, and I look over at Ralph, and I'm like, that like I give him that look of. I give him that look. I give him that look of like that just happened, didn't it? That just happened right next to us, and I just look back down at my bowl of
Colors the gumbo.
disappointment.
What color is the gumbo?
Yeah.
Honestly, the gumbo is fine. No amount of blood can survive the ecosystem of the gumbo.
No, it is.
Oh, it's like curry
Like brown,
yellow
red.
brown. Yeah. It's like
I look at that. Then I look up and see like the mist. And I just sigh and keep eating.
I've
So
lost my
fucking
appetite by this
hungry.
point.
so you guys take
Probably just started trying to help him with this math homework.
real actually, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this moment to do something. What does everyone feel like they are good at and not good at academically?
You remember what I told you?
I remember you saying, yeah, like, yeah. Are you wanting me to not say it out loud, or is it just generally, are you
Oh,
asking?
I don't.
Okay,
I don't
so
care.
it was like
I just-
mostly like stuff that has tactical use, good at, and then stuff that is like that
Yeah.
wouldn't come up in that scenario, not so much.
Like, I
Um,
don't know what the Eiffel Tower is, but I know like France's military.
Right,
history.
exactly. What about the rest of you? What kind of are your strong suits academically?
Definitely not math.
Definitely not math. Okay.
I was also thinking not math.
hmm
Yeah, I was gonna throw that in there. Yeah.
So not
So I'm the
math.
only one that
Math goes hard.
We're all in the same boat.
Let me ask this. I'm okay. Here's how I'll do it. How much about? I'm gonna hit kind of a sequence of questions
I feel like
here.
Raph would be good at farmer math.
That I can see. That kind of makes
I see
sense.
that, yeah.
So actually, okay, I have something for that. So, how much are you guys aware of like the world events and history? Bruce, I kind of know yours, but
They hit the Pentagon.
they hit the Pentagon. Okay, so you know 9/11 happened, and that's about it.
Right. Hi, Benford. Hi.
Okay, that's Bedford. I was gonna ask who that is.
Kai and
Here's my
Raph.
thing now.
Okay. I feel like just average like student up to date.
Okay.
He's not super into politics, but like, big events.
Settings,
Mhm.
Profiles.
I think Feora would be like. She would know her cultural studies
Moto Dojo
and social
Cosmos.
studies to like an extent.
Right.
Because of fashion.
Gotcha. What about English and science?
Where you going?
I feel like I would know English pretty well.
Okay.
As well as probably a few other languages.
Okay.
And I feel like I'd be very good at like basic science
Got it.
of like, like a little bit of chemistry, a little bit of, it's like
I like those.
not a scientist, but the stuff I do know, I know pretty completely.
Got it.
Those are good too.
And then
I feel
sorry, go ahead.
like Raph's got good grasp on like country English, basic
those
English,
as
hmm
but he's not exceptional.
Right. He's
And then,
like
you
sorry, go
know,
ahead.
a fundamental understanding of agriculture, and that's it.
I gotcha.
The specifics are beyond him.
Got it. So it's like you guys are kind of in the vibe of like you know the language well enough, but like writing it might be more difficult. Like in the sense of like writing a report or like like you don't know
Yeah.
like
I think that the way that the school wants me to write like reports and essays would be weird.
yeah, okay. And then
In kindergarten, you learn write a college essay.
right. And then final question. This might sound crazy. What is your guys' experience with your preferred sex?
Anyone hasn't explored that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Very
Yeah, kind of
pretty
the same
much
deal.
just like the occasional doctor.
Okay. Got it.
Or like yeah, occasional doctor or something like that. Someone I'm reporting to.
Awesome.
I'm Raph's old enough to have looked at people like women.
Right.
But he's not done anything.
Got it.
I don't think I would have a concept of that.
Got
He's
it.
a sweet boy.
Awesome.
I have to
Feyora has
dip
messed
out
around, but
momentarily.
has
I am
decided
apologize.
It's all good.
sexuality.
Do you have like a rough ETA or do you know when you'll be back?
It'll just be a couple minutes. I just need to run to the gas station real quick,
You
pick
dickhead.
something up.
Okay.
I'm
no worries.
sorry.
It's all good.
Alright,
It's all
yeah,
good.
I'm so sorry, guys. I'll be back.
Awesome. So you guys are there eating your gumbo. It takes about 20-30 minutes or so. You help Throatgoat with his homework a little bit. Actually, you know what? Give me in a logic roll
Logic?
with and do it with like double edge, Nate, since you know about math. And since the math he's working on, this is just Nate. Sorry, unless anyone else is helping with his homework.
What in the world is going on here?
We're doing
D&D.
I got a fantastic 14.
awesome. You help him out a good bit. I mean, it's multiplication tables, so it's not that difficult. And he kind of looks up at you like goes, "Hey, thanks. I think so. Like, it's like the number, and then like more times. Oh, like times. It's like times."
Yeah.
He knows multiplication now.
He gets it now. You've saved me. I owe you a debt of
I show him how
gratitude.
to do like long multiplication.
He's hitting the oh like stare of like, oh my god. The prophecy
I owe
is
this man
true.
my life
This man just saved me from a life of hardship.
Can I just say, hold on, can I offshoot very quickly
Mhm.
for just a moment?
Mhm.
So, they have fucked up math in school.
Yeah.
I had to help Liana with her homework, and they do that shit so different and so stupidly from happening.
How could they change math? Math is math.
Yeah, like I was reading the questions. I'm like, what the fuck are you even asking me to do here?
Right.
Well, they did the same thing with English. They don't sound out words anymore.
Really?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
God. No wonder Americans
fucked
are
up.
stupid.
We're regressing. We're regressing as a nation.
So you guys spend like 30 minutes in the cafeteria. You still have a little bit of time before you like really need to go see the professor. Is there anything else you're doing in the meantime?
I feel like we're just mingling.
Just mingling?
Yeah.
You like stay in the cafeteria or do you walk the halls a little bit?
I want to go walk the halls.
Cool.
I follow.
You guys head out. You see all
I'll
kinds
stay
of
in the
people.
cafeteria for now.
Okay,
but
cool.
Let them go ahead.
So you guys head out. You see a bunch of people kind of going in and out of the library, as well as if you take a peek inside, you see a kind of like furry blue guy who outside of the
Oh,
fur
it's familiar.
is like very like svelte, kind of athletic body, big tail swirling around, and he's sitting at like kind of a bench area with like a few students around him, and he goes, "Very good. So, in conclusion, the Lord speaks through you, as he does through all of us. And he is appreciative of the things you do for him, even when you don't do them well. It is the thought that counts generally. There's wiggle room though. Hello, are you here for the Bible study?
No, sorry, wrong room.
All right.
I look at, and I was like, and I follow behind.
My parents are religious, but not like that. I don't know what I can't.
I want to take a peek into the parlor.
Thank God Bruce didn't walk in. He would not know what is going to be like. I gotta figure out what this is.
Nightcrawler explains religion to Bruce.
Nope.
So you walk in, heel turn, walk immediately back out. There are kids all over. There's let's see. You guys actually see as some people come in, that kind of popular group is like walking by. You see they meet with that kid earlier from who's in the shorts and walks by. Let's see. You know what? Let me do a little. I'm gonna do a little improv thing real quick. Where is the thing I'm looking for? That's crazy. That's an insane pick. You see in the foyer, you actually hear as you walk by beautiful, like like piano music, orchestra level being played. And as you walk around, you see a guy who seems to be balancing on his head, on the stool, playing the keys, but like playing the air above the keys, like upside down. He's just going away. He's just trilling away. And you're just watching him, unless you say something.
Flex.
It is weird to look at him, for sure. He's basically just fully upside down at all times.
I go, I don't think it's polite to stare, and I slowly backtrack out.
As you do,
I interrupt him.
Another kid approaches you who seems to be like made of like some sort of shiny metallic material, and he kind of like twinkles over to you, for lack of better words, and kind of goes, "Hi, you guys? I see you like the music. Do you have any interest in the like kind of like the band club here?"
I can't play instruments.
Well, I mean,
Neither can I.
if either of you want to learn, we can teach you. It's not technically an elective course, but we do have a few kids who are like kind of interested in that. So we were just like kind of going around and like seeing if people are interested in it. He hands you like a flyer that's like clearly done and like create poster for free.org. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And printed out on the library printer. And he just hands you that and goes, if you are interested, me or Jubilee can direct you, or Dinnerbone. So if either of you, if anyone, cool. And he kind of goes back to the sitting.
Interesting. Twinkly little man.
Oh, I haven't told you my name. I'm so sorry. I'm loading. Loading. Loading.
Twink.
I'm Twink. Give him this extremely gay name. I'm Twink.
So, he turns to you and he goes, "I haven't told you my name. And you just go, Twink." And he goes, "No, well, no, I'm Chime, but, thanks, I get, all right." And he, like, turns, "What's Twink?"
Raph has no fucking clue.
I like put my hand on his shoulder and like leaned over and whispered, "I'll tell you about that later."
Okay. Just nod.
Um, as you guys walk back out, Wolverine is actually in the hall right now, and he walks by and he goes, he sees um, Bruce in the cafeteria, and he sees Raph in the hallway, and kind of flags the both of you down, um, and waits for you in the hallway.
I can't keep him waiting.
Understandable.
Yeah.
I do like I look I do
I'm
like
about
the
to do something, but I'll immediately turn my attention.
I do
to
like
you
the
and follow.
sideways lean, and I point at myself like me too.
He goes, he like kind of shrugs and goes, "Come on over." Bruce, if you were about to do something, they did take a second to like visit the library and the parlor, so we can say whatever you were about to do happened in between that, if it would fit. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah. Sure. I was gonna ask if in the conversation that I would have had with Fiji yesterday, if you would have told me whether or not she was going on the trip.
Uh, she did go on the trip, yeah.
Would she have told me about it?
She might have offhandedly mentioned it. It wasn't. She might have said like, we're doing the museum in New York or something like that. But it wasn't a big deal to her. You get the sense that these trips probably are not uncommon.
Mhm. I think I'm gonna walk over to her, like in a moment that it doesn't seem like she's immediately talking, and just kind of like ask, "How's the trip?"
Hey, it was really good. I've been there a couple times because I've been here a little longer, but it's always nice to get back into New York. You kind
What was it?
it was the museum down there. It was like it's like natural history or something like that. They have like dinosaurs and things like that.
Oh, they have dinosaurs?
Yeah, like the like well like the bones, the big.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
uh, you kind of catch this Irish looking kid kind of giving you like side eye from the other side of the table as you're
What do you mean
talking.
by Irish looking?
Like
Cal Kestis.
he's like ginger and like got
Is it the Cal
freckles.
Kestis
It's the
dude?
Cal Kestis dude, yeah.
Okay. Alright.
He's literally like wearing green. Like the dude looks Irish.
It's a leprechaun. That's his mutation.
I'll just ignore him for the moment.
Cool. She kind of goes, how was your trip? You came in looking like kind of, you doing all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. It was pretty standard procedure. Nothing too crazy. Just went and picked up a kid, and there was some, I guess they called them ninjas, that were trying to bomb the monastery.
Oh,
Don't know what that's about.
damn, that's crazy. I kind of like opted out of the whole X-Men thing. I like clothes. You know what I mean? I'm not about going and getting into fights and exploding and things like that. How's the kid you picked up? And you look over, and Kai is face down in his gumbo, snoring bubbles into it.
Fucking drowned.
Drowned in his gumbo.
Jesus Christ, help him.
I like how Jared having to leave is by default baking narcolepsy into his character.
It's really tight.
Do anyone do any of the staff members that are working the kitchen notice this?
You see Gambit kind of walk over, pick him up by like just like fully like grab the back of his head like a basketball, and then just like pick it up.
His face has got to be so red.
Yeah, it just moves the gumbo out from under it and puts it back down.
He's gotta take damage. He's gotta take damage for that.
He just went blind.
Ice is fucking fried.
He has
him.
permanent eye damage.
Fiji
What
kind of
a-
goes. He seems. Is he okay? Is he doing all right?
I don't know. He's kind of just been asleep the whole time.
Well,
I didn't catch much of him at the monastery.
hmm Well, I guess if his house
Uh,
exploded, I guess I'll take that out of you. But
Yeah, I mean, it was just once, just one building. We managed to get the rest of the bombs.
oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
good. That's good.
Yeah.
He's back.
I'm back.
Oh, rat.
Roll. Can we have him roll for his damage?
Yeah, roll resilience real quick.
Oh, okay. Did I get like something thrown at me?
You fell asleep into your
Wakes up
gumbo.
with zero gravity.
Face down in the gumbo.
14.
You definitely have the blind condition just for like a minute. Like you
My eyes, I can't.
you have like paprika like in your nose and it's not great.
Can I do like a sonic sneeze with the air control?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh God.
Oh my
First the bloodstein, now this.
Do you want me to roll?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, just roll a ranged attack. So just hit your agility.
Agility, right?
Yeah.
8.
You you hit a sneeze so aggressively. So Gambit comes over and he like picks up your head, and as he like leans your neck back, you kind of like and like your snoring like sucks some of the liquid that was just like resting in your nose like further back, and you rocket it like straight through the table. like
Our table now.
their the entire like all of the silverware and stuff like bounces a bit, and there is somehow a smoking hole in the wooden table.
Sorry about that. What happened? I blacked out for like 5 minutes. I think someone went and picked up spam or something. I don't know.
He can't see who picked up his head out of the hole.
Gamer just kind of pats you on the shoulder and goes, "Hey, so hey, oh yeah, so and then he walks off. uh,
Oh, okay.
he tosses you a napkin and he's like, "Hey, clean yourself up." And, keeps moving.
Thank you.
I I will say before the session, I knew Gambit was coming in, and Nate was like, "You have to nail the accent," and I was like, I kind of had forgotten about it, and I looked up like how to do a Cajun accent like right before this session, and I had already been thinking about it. I was like, what if Gambit was Boomhauer?
He was just chanting his name, yeah.
The whole time.
Oh yeah. Fiji kind of, she doesn't exactly have a face, but you can kind of see like she's concerned for your guys' social status for sure. Is there anything else you say to her? Do you kind of? I would say Logan probably pops out around this time and kind of gestures at you guys.
Did we
Guess
start a
booty
fight
calls
with the
again.
popular kids?
I'll see you around.
I see ya. No, you did not. But they still kind of.
Okay.
They were. So Nate didn't know what gum was, and then thought the Museum of History in New York had actual dinosaurs for a brief moment. And then you absolutely snot rocketed in the actual exact center of the cafeteria, hard enough to put a hole in a wooden table. After falling asleep in your gumbo, so you have not
Oh,
started a
no,
fight.
No. I was meditating.
Oh, he's asleep again. We wake him up. We smack him. I was meditating.
This is such a funny headcanon now. It's just Kai is narcoleptic.
Yeah, we were.
That's meditation.
You were really just saying that you were baking narcolepsy character.
This is character lore now. Now I
Yeah.
have to do this at least once a session.
You guys see Wolverine kind of
last
gesture
thing
at you guys. Oh, go ahead.
Is on the way out, like towards Wolverine, I will give Count Estes. That's all I can remember him by now.
Well, he's not told you his name yet.
I will kind of return like a pretty hard stare at him, like straight in the eyeballs. And I would like to try and make an intimidate check if I could.
Ooh, go ahead. Go ahead. We'd love to see it. I forget what intimidation is. I
To
think
ruin
that's
Feora's social status. She hasn't even gotten a chance yet.
I will let you. I'm gonna say this is gonna be an ego check, but I will let you do it with double edge, in the sense that ego is the thing you would
Also,
use, but
I forgot. I do also have the abrasive trait that doesn't
Ooh.
do anything. It just is kind of.
I'll actually read that. This gives them. So actually, okay. So this is actually perfect. You have trouble on ego checks to persuade people, but edge when you're making ego checks to intimidate. So you would already get edge from this anyway. But also I'm gonna say with you being covered in blood, I will give you one extra edge on top of it, to intimidate this guy.
I love the elevator music.
Thanks. I was trying to think of something. I was trying to find something that was like will loop for an hour, but also isn't too abrasive.
Really wish it was an ego because it's one of my dumb stats.
I know it's the rough thing, but also it's like okay. I don't almost sound like I'm dunking on you, but it's like you are naturally intimidating because of the way you are, but you're also so awkward. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be a 14, not a Fanta, just a regular 14.
He's our friendly giant.
You lock eyes with this guy, and he locks.
I think like measuring him.
He locks eyes. He locks eyes back.
See if he breaks.
Could I possibly use inspiration to help bolster Nate's deadpan
Ooh.
stare at this kid?
Inspiration. What does inspiration do?
Fucking change
It
the wind
gives
in his
you
hair.
edge on action rolls.
Yeah, you can do that. So you can have one more. I will say,
Let's hope for a
Nate,
fantastic
you
here, boys.
you can either have one more edge, or I'll let you just like straight up reroll it. But if you straight up reroll it, you have to keep what you get.
I'll go for the edge.
'Kay.
Well, I rolled pretty high.
Awesome.
That's a 6 on the fantastic.
Oh, let's
Wait,
go.
No, it's 1.
Oh, that's okay. But what's the number?
So that would go up by 2, though. So that's from 14 to 16.
Perfect. You see this guy, and as he like locks eyes with you, at first he's like kind of doing
He's
it's
just looking at you kind of smug.
yeah, it's a look of like I don't everyone knows this face, but I don't know how to describe it. His like eyebrows, it's like a frown
visual
upside
stop.
down, and his like cheeks get kind of pursed. He's like, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Snobby look.
And then as you like maintain, it reaches the point where like it's now an uncomfortable social interaction. You know what I mean? Like you're staring for truly almost 40 seconds. And he just kind of goes like, all right, I'm not getting anything out of this.
Like, does Wolverine like stop this? He's like, go, hurry up!
Wolverine, you know what? Yeah, he like calls you, and then you guys come over, and then Logan looks back, and he's like, "Where's the other guy?" And he watches you meet his eyes, and one of you, another kid, almost like tugs on his shoulder, and is like, "Hey, Professor Logan," and he's like, "Hold on." And he's just like arms folded, waiting, and then he sees the Irish kid break first, and he goes, "Nice."
So, dude.
And I assume you guys go and go talk to Logan.
Yeah.
You guys approach, and he goes, "Hey kids, how's it going? You know, I heard about." He turns to you, Bruce, and he goes, "I heard you were in a difficult where you came from, but you really gotta wash blood off when you come in. I'm just gonna be honest, it's not I'm sure people.
That's not sanitary.
It's not
I
sanitary.
didn't know that was what the
Hey,
procedure was.
it's totally okay. I understand. I've been
Cool.
there, but just in the future, for you, you
You
know.
know, I'll be honest. I got a lot more of the vibe of, at first I kind of thought we were all in the same boat, and now I'm kind of realizing that not very few people here have combat experience.
Oh no, no, nuh-uh. This is like mostly a school. Uh, I think there's like 12 kids in the Junior X-Men program or
Right.
so. Uh,
So
Then you
kind of
mean
misread that
and
situation.
it's all right,
It's
bub.
not what I'm used to.
No, it's all right, bub. It's all right. We'll get there. Uh, actually, I was gonna say both of you kids. I was really impressed, all of you, with how you did. Not, you know, first with the thing in the mountains, which is crazy. And don't worry, I was giving Cyclops a lot of shit for his piloting skills. uh, but that was pretty intense. You handled yourselves well there, and then coming back here, in the China thing, that was well handled. Uh, you might or may not get a talking to. I haven't talked with Charles yet. He might talk to you about the and he kind of he gestures into like the like shoulder charging kind of like, and it kind of mimes like boom. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I think I killed someone back there.
Oh yeah.
I it finally clicks right. I go, wait, you guys killed back there? I thought we were just hazing them.
You know, in the moment, I didn't really realize. I didn't think about it. But I definitely threw a bomb at a ninja.
I think
Pretty sure I only killed one or two, and it was just kind of like, you know, not really time.
yeah,
God.
and I
I did
understand.
absolutely air push a
You
dude
were.
off the
I'll
cliff.
look back at Logan and be like, "You're quick."
Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I try. I work out. Uh, a lot of experience. Too much experience. Too much experience. But yeah. Anyway, it happens. It's mostly like we're kind of lucked out here because here's the thing, right? No one really faults you for like defending yourself. That's not the issue. The issue is that we're like a public organization for a group of people that like are already ostracized, you know? Uh so if it's like a public situation, might want to pull a little if you can. Sometimes you can't. That's okay. I get it. But like generally, if people see, first of all, okay, look, we're on thin ice because you're kids. We're starting there, right? You guys are what? 16? 17,
Yeah.
some of you? And
I mean, as far as I can tell, this is what I was prepared for. I didn't know. I wasn't quite expecting this.
well, Bruce, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Your whole situation's tragic. This is not. This is not. I'm not trying to sound like a way, but like you're not. This is not the normal. You're not the normal circumstance. If people will go to jail or die or both, if we can find out why you were where you were. So
But
let's
at
start
this
there.
point, Feora's cat ears are doing like the airplane cat ears. They're like, oh my god, are we in trouble?
You're not in trouble. You've been here 2 days, and you've been in a combat situation per. If anything, this is on us. But just saying generally, if we're out in public, if you end up in a city or in like a crowded area, the things you do are gonna reflect on the reputation of all mutants, and that's stupid and it sucks, but it's the way it is. But that being said, you guys saved lives out there. That's a big deal. So good on you. And he kind of slugs you all in the shoulder. And he goes, I was just Charles. Fuck. Charles just called me. And it was like, kind of wanted to see where you guys were at. So if you guys are ready, we can all go to the office together real quick if you got a second.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would like to get in my
Now it's good.
uniform.
whatever's needed.
We'll get you a uniform after the office because the office shouldn't take too long.
Alright.
And
Did you tell us what type of uniform we have? Like what?
you guys all have the like absolute classic kind of fugly yellow and blue.
Blue and yellow,
Yeah. Like back when like Cyclops was like he like looked weirdly bald and he had like the full like it's like the OG. And you get the sense that like everyone starts with that one. You know what I mean?
Oh, like the 2000s, not like all new X-Men, but like
No, not the
before
2000s,
that.
like the 80s. Like the 80s X-Men, like the like actual first class like blue and yellows.
I gotta pull the visual.
Yeah. Hold on, I
Hold
got
on,
you.
I got a picture right here.
I'm not
These?
shopping Google. Let me see. Click to see attachment.
No,
Yeah.
those.
Kind of like that, but like less aura somehow. You know what I mean? Like yes, you're on track.
That's the X-Men.
Right.
I searched up X-Men First Class, and those are like the costumes I'm picturing now.
Yeah, pretty much. They like they don't look. Oh, perfect. Okay, hold on. I have the best possible image. This is the exact aura.
Yeah, First Class.
Oh my god.
So they're not like
Lord Weeb.
they're not form fit. They're a little baggy. They're like made to fit multiple sizes. You know what I mean?
Look at them toes.
I don't want to. And they're very uniform. They're not as like diversified per person.
So they
As-
probably are very tight on Raph.
Yeah, exactly. They're tight on Raph and loose on Feora. But yeah. But Logan kind of goes, "Yeah, we'll get you one because we got to get you a room too. So, one thing at a time. But let's hit Charles. And he walks
Let's
at you
hit
guys.
Charles. Okay. Punch Charles.
He takes you guys up to.
Are you dragging us up there?
I can drag you. Yeah, it'll be quicker
Okay.
because how you get there is not really
I
part
thought
of
you were
the.
going to the bottom right.
It's
The
understandable.
headmaster's office.
You guys are moving and it's throwing me off.
We're going to his chamber.
You're going to his chamber, yeah, because
Okay.
Charles. Yeah, you'll figure it out. So it's up one floor basically.
I'm not allowed to go up a floor.
Oh, interesting. The elevator must be whack. Here, just stop moving for a second. I got it.
You put
My
it in the elevator. I
ears!
want to use it.
My ears.
uh,
I don't want to be that far in.
I want to be right at the door.
so his chambers here have been kind of like a little retrofit. You don't like see his bed when you walk in, but he has like a little desk. Uh, what else is new? There we go. You don't see a bed when you walk in, but he has like a little desk that he's like sitting behind. And like there's like a room off to the side that has like his actual like bedroom and stuff. And he goes, "Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is good to see you. How was your shower and food?"
Why is this kid orange?
Which kid?
Well, he said fucking Bruce was like he steamed the blood.
Oh yeah.
So he's like orange. He's orange right now.
Yeah, Bruce, your skin is a little still like tinted. The blood is like mostly off, but it's definitely like he's kind of like you've been playing in chalk.
Got it.
Just haven't showered yet.
Well,
We
you
had
know,
gumbo. I meditated in the gumbo and snot rocketed a hole in one of your tables.
I saw
so
that.
I apologize.
I say under my breath, he was asleep.
It's meditation, Feora.
Shake my head.
Charles kind of like witnesses this cacophony of children interrupting each other as you guys walk in, and kind of goes, it's okay about the table. There's people explode sometimes here. We've replaced the entire mansion like 7 times. So the table's okay. I don't want to hear about you snot rocketing. Uh, mostly concerned about if you guys have a moment, I would very much like to, if you'll allow me, peruse your mind to observe the last 2 difficult situations you were in through kind of the eyes of your memory, so I can kind of ascertain what the nature of this odd threat is.
I'd prefer you didn't enter my mind, but I can tell you.
That's fine. I would never without your consent. Um,
I shrug and I go, do we create a link between us or
oh, you say yes and I'll handle it.
I mean,
I shrug, I guess. And I'm like, all right, whatever.
Logan kind of off the side as well goes like, you don't have to, but Charles is good cookie. You can trust him. He helped me with some stuff. And he
I like cookies.
and
What
he
is
kind
this
of
cookie you speak of?
so sorry.
Fucking
Who?
Bruce Core.
So who's letting Charles into their head right now?
Me.
You?
I got telepathically, so I can at least help guide him a little bit, or I guess he can guide me and help me understand myself a bit more too.
Cool. So Charles kind of wheels forward, and kind of like he kind of just puts his hands out, like in a kind of like neutral, like like just something like a vibe. And you begin
This dude still
to,
can't walk.
and you guys kind of fade back into your minds, and you remember the
Just
events of the last
watching
couple
this.
days. Let me pull up that little part. So Fiora and Raphael. So you, I'll start with you, Raph. You feel yourself remembering things in a way that is seemingly abnormal, in the sense of like you can feel normally when it's like something has jogged your memory. You see, it's like that feeling of like, oh, I saw that, and it immediately makes you think of something, almost like a sense of deja vu a little bit in there too. And you go over the events of the last couple days, as the professor kind of walks through your memories. He sees you on the ground in the mountains, tanking hits from several men older than you, more trained than you, and you're just tanking it. Stabbed, shot, and all the while mostly being concerned with with your flannel that your mom got you. And he takes note of your bravery. And as he goes, he also sees the monastery and your vigilance and you ripping the bomb off the wall, and risking yourself to get it away from civilians as quickly as possible. And then he sees these ninjas swarm you, and you just shoving this guy so hard, and he can feel this guy's ribs collapse beneath your hands as he goes careening off the edge, as well as the impact of you absolutely landing a devastating kidney punch against this other guy, and he clocks that the guy who got kidney punched might have actually had it worse than the first dude. And he kind of leaves your head, and Feora, you feel in yours a weird resistance. At first, it's like just like pressure in your temples, and then you kind of see. Do you close your eyes? Or you leave them open.
Is Charles leaving his eyes open?
Charles is closing his because he's a dramatic little guy.
Okay, I guess I'm not expecting it. And my eyes are open.
Cool. As you feel this pressure, you see a little flinch in Charles's face, and then a little bit of like a, oh, like a little knowing smile, and then the pressure builds to a point and then releases, kind of like your sinuses popped, and
Oh.
uh, and then you begin to remember things as well. Um, you he remembers you know, being on the plane, getting the taser in the first place. Kind of takes a little note that you might be a little bit of a sneaky one. Um, uh, and then fades to the fight this morning, and sees your ingenuity as you find creative ways of getting around, you know, the difficulties of a combat situation as still technically a little girl, with your firing line. Um, and as the firing line kind of appears, you see him kind of like wince under the pressure of suddenly exponentially more memories than he was expecting to need to deal with. As 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Feoras pop up, and then he kind of lets you go.
I just want to throw out Benford's new name in here.
Feline Torch.
I sent him the Iron Man kitty picture, and he goes torch, and so I sent him the torch one, and I love it. Just wanted to point that out real quick.
And Charles releases you, and he kind of pulls back and goes, "Very well done, students. You've proven yourself more than capable. Uh, First of all, I would like to hear from all of you regarding your experiences during the fight. But if I may, Miss Feora, could I have that knife back?"
Oh, that knife. And I start searching around, and I pull it out and just hold it out.
Thank you very much. It's literally just like this was my uncle's. And it's not even
That's nice.
it's not even particularly good. I don't even know if it's valuable, but I just like it. Thank you for that. So, I've seen what you all can do. You guys have done very well. I'm very impressed with your capabilities in the field. We have a program here, the Junior XMen program, and I'd say you are more than qualify if you want to be signed up for that. It's basically, you know, you will be attending classes here. It is still a school, but occasionally, you know, the X-Men are few, and disasters arise that only a mutant can handle, or perhaps only a mutant should handle. And you know, we need resources. So if it is something that interests you, occasionally we will pull you out of class or whatever you're doing, and you'll go on a mission. It can be dangerous at times, as I'm sure you've seen, but we will often pair you with at least one member of the actual full X-Men to help protect you in these circumstances.
I shoot my hand up to ask a question.
Miss Feora.
Do we get anything more fashionable than this if we join this little X-Men club? And I'm like tugging on the little ugly costume I have on.
Yes, of course. As you can see, many of us have customized uniforms. If you wish to customize your own, that's totally fine. We do kind of. This is a bleak thing, but we reserve all resources as far as costume customization up until we kind of know you're going to stick to it and won't become incapacitated permanently in the field.
Feor is just like Dolce and Gabbana.
In my head, I'm thinking, oh, like you. obviously, I'm assuming he's not still reading my thoughts. But
You see like a moment of like, bitch, and then he's like, no, I'm not supposed to know that, and he lets it go. So yes, if you wish to customize your own suits, that is completely up to you. But as far as like more official, like Wolverines and some of the others here, we need to make sure that you know you can build towards it. You know what I'm saying? So,
Nod.
among those, are any of you interested in this program?
Absolutely.
I step forward. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bruce will also step forward.
Very good. I had a feeling
I'm
about
ready.
you, group. I mean, who would want to just be sitting around in a boring school all day doing homework? That would make for a very interesting adventure.
I think to myself once more, isn't that all you do? You just sit around here.
Professor S glances at you until you take 1 focus damage. uh,
Okay, hold up. I just lose 1 focus, right?
yeah. You don't even necessarily know it's him, but there's just like you feel like muscle contract like behind your eye. uh, and he goes, "Very good. So I don't know if you all know, but I'm not the actual headmaster here legally. Most of those responsibilities have shifted to Aurora Monroe, or Storm, as you may know her. And she is downstairs in her quarters. We do need to get you signed up for class just post haste. So if you would be so kind as to see her when you leave here, I would be very appreciative. That being said, I did want to ask real quick, among those of you who preferred I'd not infringe upon your mindscape, understandably so, is there anything you wish to point out about those you fought? Anything interesting you perhaps noticed? Anything that could be helpful?
I will say I will. I'm very used to probably giving like commission reports,
Uh
and could probably give him a very detailed recalling of both of the
huh.
battles
Awesome,
and stuff.
awesome. Okay, so we'll get a good one from you. Is anyone else saying
Unusually
anything?
detailed.
Unusually detailed. We'll say that, Bruce, you cover.
Length of their blades.
Yeah, you cover
Every little bit.
every like technical, tactile, like factual detail of like their kit, what they were bringing, like the number that you could see of how many there were, their gear, what kind of gear
What
they're
I did, what they
using.
were doing.
Right, exactly.
Oh.
You're like at 4800, I pursued the enemy left. You know what I mean? Is anyone else giving any details about things they thought about during the fight?
The detonation codes and how they were all like how
The
the
details of the
bombs were put together.
bombs, right?
Yeah.
Kai or Raphael, anything from you two?
He saw my memory. That's pretty good.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
I mean, same here.
Did you let him into your head, Kai, or were you not
Yeah.
doing that? Oh, you did?
Yeah. I said he could.
Oh, I didn't even hear that. My bad. So
Yeah, no, you're
Nobody wants to poke around a bald monk kid's head.
you're so mean to people. Kai, when this is happening with them, you feel the professor enter your mind as well, and kind of scrounge around and sees all of the years of training that you've done, with different types of kung fu and martial arts, and your ability to so quickly adapt to your new powers and use them alongside your martial arts to set ninja aflame and blow them out of windows. So he is also very impressed by how quickly he kind of turns to you and goes, "You've all quite taken to your new abilities. I'm very impressed by that. Often it takes a good amount of time to even find a use for one's abilities, and you've all weaponized them so efficiently."
I'd say we're
think that
rather
would-
gifted.
I'm
I think-
still learning what I got. Don't know what the cat ears are for.
I would ask if attacks like this against students are common when they're going to like retrieve a new student or whatever.
So no, that's actually why I'm so concerned. Typically, I don't request access to student memories under any circumstances. I understand it's rather a breach of privacy. But with the nature of these attacks, how well organized they were, they knew where our plane would be. That thing moves quick.
I was
It's
gonna say it is interesting that they only seem so far the pattern is they only attack when you are going after them.
Well, I will say. Or do you mean in a sense of like they won't attack you on the ground until you would try to attack them?
Like they is, if I'm understanding this correctly, they haven't been attacking like random mutants or, other children. It's
We've been targeted.
only when they have gone to pick a student up
Right. Well, I will say
have
this:
they
we
attacked.
don't know that they haven't necessarily. I find you children via Cerebro, a device in the one of the sub basements of the facility that allows me to detect and isolate and locate mutants anywhere on the globe. But it can take its toll, and there are many of us to go through. It's not. It's like finding a needle in a needle stack a little bit. Um, so I'm not doing it 24/7. I don't have a. I could hook myself up to it day in and day out, trying to see if some mutant is attacked. But also with the society we live in, that is not uncommon, I'm afraid to say. So it's difficult to
Okay.
isolate events caused by a specific group. I will say the fact that they were able to become so structured and were in some way aware of when we were approaching other students. Although actually, Kai, I believe they they were at your monastery this morning before we even sent after you. That's correct, yes.
Yes, this is true. Yes.
So that
Well,
is
I
actually
assume he would have already been selected before. I assume you didn't select him on the plane
that is
while we
true.
were on the plane.
That is true. This is a good point you raise.
And the other what I was leaning towards is that, they're not exactly being covert about it. So finding them taking other students or mutants, it seems like would be noticed even by old-fashioned means.
True, but what worries me is that with Cerebro, I have some limited knowledge of what your mutations are. There's a reason, you know, we try to pick up students, potential students, in groups when necessary, or if they're in a particularly difficult scenario. But there are untold number of students, well, not students, mutants, that perhaps their abilities they can blink slightly faster than the average man, and we don't bother them. You know what I mean? It's like that if being a mutant is not something that is affecting your life, we tend not to even bother. But if we can detect when a mutant will have a vivacious mutation, it is not unlikely that they may have a way of doing so themselves, and perhaps they send a larger crew when there is warrant to have, more backing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, still doesn't explain the timing.
That's true. That is what worries me. But I thank you for your info. I will say, if any of you need any assistance with the development of your powers, feel free to reach out to me. I have some experience for this. But in the time being, if you wouldn't mind approaching Miss Monroe's office, so that we may sign you up for classes. And he kind of nods.
Yes, sir.
uh, the little gap in dialogue sometimes was like I'm done talking and it hasn't registered that it's like okay you do stuff now. It's always funny to me. Little get out of my house. Nah.
You gotta go what downstairs?
Yeah, downstairs, kind of bottom
Okay.
right hand corner of the.
The headmaster's office.
Yeah.
That's the bathroom.
uh,
I had to go take a little potty break.
I don't know if this part is gonna work, but let me see. Okay, guess not. I have a.
Kai's still making his way. He fell asleep. He fell
He's
asleep in the
learning.
office.
He fell asleep while Charles was talking.
Where are we going, guys? Wait, guys? Someone searching for us. Hello?
Let me try to do something real quick. I don't know if it'll work, but let's see. There we go. See if that works.
Yippee.
Damn it. Oh well. There's a picture of Storm I have, and it is a GIF, so I guess it doesn't work. But say let me. You walk in and you see a taller woman, beautiful, dark brown skin, and just pure snow white hair, kind of done up in sort of a like thick dreads kind of situation, um, in a kind of like white suit. She goes, "Hello, children. Feel free to take a seat." Uh, and
Is there
goes,
enough chairs here? I take the front one.
Are there
Right.
enough?
uh,
I'll take the one in the back.
there's like,
I'll
That
remain
guy sucks
standing.
dick.
sorry, I will make note of getting more chairs in here. That is probably an oversight on my part. Welcome to Xavier School. How is the school treating you so far? Are you fitting in well?
It could be worse.
Mhm. Oh,
You
we
couldn't
Yeah.
sleep most of your time here.
Hey, be
We're
quiet.
meeting people.
Definitely more
One day at a
comfortable than
time.
I'm used to.
I'm
Just like
sure.
drag the chair forward.
It goes like
Yeah,
across the floor.
squeeze something around.
Hey, keep in mind, he's strong enough to pick it up.
Just do it with one hand. There's no just dragging it.
um, Storm kind of reaches to her right and goes, "This is for you, Kai. Actually, do you have any conditions or anything, my dear boy, that I should know? Are you? Your friends say you've been sleeping most of the time."
I say under my breath, yeah, alopecia.
I think
I'd rather
he's
be-
just
I'd
a
rather
little-
have alopecia than a split personality disorder, Feora.
Whoa,
Hey, we're
children,
the same- we're the
children.
same person.
Oh no!
Let us
You take that back.
let us speak with a calm heart, boys. Uh,
I have basic control over elements, and during special circumstances, I have control over other properties of those elements.
very interesting. We have similar mutations. And then she like gestures to the window, and you see it starts raining a little bit. She kind of points and goes, "Ah, it's me, huh?" Anyway,
I do a cute little clap.
yeah, thank you.
Clapping.
She kinda-
Well job.
She kind of mimes a curtsy, and goes, "Anyway, the brass tacks. You all are here to learn, not just about your powers, but also about, other things. What kind of school it would be if we just snatch you up and then you don't know your times tables? That'd be ridiculous. So we need to put you in classes. So the way we do this is we have a placement course. Tomorrow, actually, we will have a placement test that you will all do, and we will see where you need to be in regards to your classes. Especially, we have so many classes here. There are younger children who got their mutations early, who are, kind of early mid K-12 middle school situation, late middle school, as all the way through high school, and some even choose to kind of do a college course here too, but that is more rare. So we have many classes, as well as many electives that you may sign up for. So we're gonna do your kind of your schedule soon. You have, let me see how many, and she kind of pulls up a pad and looks through it to figure out the schedule, which is totally not buying time for me reading how this part works. Da, 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 da.
I turn around to Kai and I was like, so G.I. Jane, when'd you get your mutation?
Why are you hating on me so much?
Why do you keep sleeping?
I can't help it.
I just want
Okay.
to step between them, like standing.
I go,
That's
see,
enough.
admit it, he's sleeping, he's not meditating, he's a
It's
fraud, he's
meditation.
a phony.
He's asleep in his gumbo, and you're
Uh,
giving him a lot of shit for it. Let's calm down.
Okay.
While,
You made me curse.
while-
First impressions matter, and I roll my eyes.
Children. All right. So you will all have 8 slots for classes you can take. You will need to make sure you at least do or either that or test out of the core curriculum. So if you test out, you can take an extra elective or two. But at base, you will have your core and 3 electives that you can choose from. In the test, you can test out, or if you do particularly poorly, we may put you in a class with some of the children just to make sure you were catching each other up. Um, and that will be that. And I can. She kind of twists a pad around and holds it out to each of you that has all of the electives on it. And I'm actually going to put that in the chat because that it would be the most efficient way of
Oh,
doing
damn,
so.
we're actually taking classes.
Do you want us to like write down our schedules?
I would actually.
Okay.
Let me grab a.
Let me pull that up. I'm
Let
just
me
gonna make a
find.
note
I
of that.
need to find.
While we're doing the logistics, would there be like a piece of paper and a pen on the desk that I could grab?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I would grab that and start like sketching out uniforms that are basically just different types of camouflage.
Hell yeah. Digital
Nice.
camo. Jungle camo. So I've put the list of classes in the chat as well as who teaches them. So you can pick from 3 minimum, and then if you end up testing out of other classes during the placement test, then you can pick more, up to 8.
Mhm.
And she just kind of leans back and lets you pick you on it. And I will say above board, this will give you benefits if you do well in them. So,
Okay.
doing above average will let you get edge on any role regarding that subject you're in, and doing even better than that will let you test out of the class and get double edge regarding those roles.
Oh shit. Okay.
We're picking minimum 3.
Minimum 3.
Okay.
Trying to think of what my what
Well,
would work
okay,
best
I'll
for-
rephrase. It doesn't have to be minimum 3. You could choose to not do any electives if you want, and all that would give you is free time. But that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I picked 3.
Cool. What is everyone?
I picked my 3.
What is everyone signing up for?
Let me go first. Let me go first.
Do we have to decide right now?
No, you don't have to decide right now.
Okay.
She
I
does
feel
kind of
this
go.
classes work best with my build. So
Cool. She does kind of go. These classes kind of run always, but
Okay.
generally by tomorrow, or soon after, we would like to get you in so that you are not too far behind on any curriculum. So you got like tomorrow is like really the deadline. Day after is pushing it but doable, but like soon. You know what I mean?
I made my choice.
Okay, what we got?
I've got. Wait, let me want to go first.
Okay.
yeah, I do. We're
Go
going drama.
Okay.
We're going fencing.
Okay.
And we're going art.
Radical.
Mm-hmm.
I'll save that.
Ethan, do you want to go?
Yeah, I'll go.
Jared, they don't have nap time for you.
I've got drama,
Okay.
Ooh.
home ec, and mechanics.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
I've got world studies.
1 sec. Sorry, I'm writing these in the actual
you're
thing.
good, you're good.
So world studies.
Art and gym.
Awesome. Cool. Are you not picking at the current moment, Bruce?
Not yet, no.
Okay. It was very good. That's all I really need you for. Kai, this is for you, and she hands you a suit. Oh, we do actually need to get you into a room, don't we? And she pulls up her rooms. Go ahead and roll a D20 for me. Okay.
Okay. Roll.
12. Let's see. Awesome. So who is this guy? You are actually right next to fucking Bruce's
Fire.
place. Uh you Storm kind of goes, oh, very good. You will be rooming with Finnegan. He's a delightful student. I'm sure you'll get along greatly. Um and she kind of like points out, like gives you directions on how to get there. And she goes, "That is all I need you for. The placement test is tomorrow morning. So if there's anything else you need to do, if you want to, I don't know if you want to study, we have our library. But if you need anything, just let me know. Thank you." And she kind of,
Who should I see about uniforms?
in terms of getting new ones,
Yeah.
so we kind of are careful about our uniforms situation. Because Charles sugarcoats it, but sometimes students die. Just gonna be real. And if we put
Run
money
out.
into like making you a new uniform and then you die tomorrow, we're out to like a couple hundred, and it's just not practical to do that until we know. Or sometimes not even die. Sometimes they just quit. Not everyone has the stomach. You go into a combat situation, your friend loses a leg or you lose a leg, and it's like you're like, no, not for me. Uh, so
Yes,
we
get out of here, you fat fuck.
so
Go.
if you
Go, get out.
Miss Bonk, are you okay? Are you having an episode?
Split
It's
personality
schizophrenic.
disorder.
I told you she was
Our blind dog got in my room. Sometimes he pees in here.
Oh, gross.
Gotta get him out of there.
um, so Storm kind of goes, what the hell were we talking about? That fully threw me off.
who I would
Oh,
go to for
right.
uniforms.
Students dying.
Beast and Forge are typically the ones that handle uniform design and things like that, especially if they involve technology. But I will say,
That was the blue guy.
we will probably, yes, Mr. Beast. We will probably refrain
I don't need
from.
anything fancy.
Okay, they would be the ones to talk to. But you're totally free to edit your own costume with any materials you just have. It's not actually about uniformity. It's just what we have on order. But those would be the ones to talk to. They're upstairs in the staff quarters, although try not to bother them after hours. And also they can be found in the under basement usually, but you do need a pass to get there. So if you need to speak with one of them, you could use one of the phones to kind of leave a message, and they will try to get back to you when they can.
Sounds good. Thank you.
No worries. I do have work to get back to, so if you don't mind. Scoosh.
I understand. Mo gang? What now?
Is there anything you guys want to do? I mean, it's basically just
I'll go
open to
take a
you.
shower.
Cool. It's
Let's fast forward to the next day. I mean, it's late at this point, isn't it?
yeah, it's getting there. It's afternoon. Is there anything else
Right.
we want to do before we transition to the next day and do the placement test?
I think just as a note, unsure of what to do with my torn up uniform and kind of confused about what the procedure is, I will uh, exit the shower and return to my room in just a towel.
Real. You know what? Ooh, what? Roll either. Roll agility. I think it's or no. Roll resilience. Just flat resilience.
17.
Hell yeah. What that roll was for was to decide whether or not people read you as insane and weird or very confident. And you landed on the very confident end, so that's good for you. As you walk out of the shower, a few people take note and initially are like, "The what the hell?" And then are like, "He's kind of shredded though, you know. He's got it." It's like more power to him, I guess. Uh, Someone does pass by and kind of go. She goes, "Hey, just so you know, the teachers will not like that, but you look good. All right, bye." And she keeps walking.
What do I do with this? Just put it back on, or
Oh, the
It's all
suit?
shredded up, isn't it?
There's like a dirty laundry thing in your room, and it just gets like sucked into the basement, and they'll probably do something with it and replace it.
all right, thanks.
No
You don't have
worries.
replacement clothes, do you? Though, like in your room.
uh, she kind of turns around and goes, It'll like just be in your closet. Don't worry about it. Bye." And she keeps on trucking. Um,
What was that?
uh, she walks up and you see her. She has like kind of like a black and white striped long sleeve shirt on. Kind of like the classic prisoner, like the cartoon prisoner shirt. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the Brickster, if you will, from Lego Island. Uh, and like black jeans and like a metal belt, like black rivets. She has like um the like leather like bracelets things that have like the metal spikes on them, the very like goth punk. And she's got like super long, straight black hair. Um, get you guys are all kind of like moving as a unit. Anyone who wants can give me a little vigilance check on her if they want
Okay.
to.
12.
I got a 10.
Okay,
19.
nice.
Uh,
Damn. Okay, cool.
17.
Uh, that's honestly high enough on all of you. Uh, Bruce notices this the least, but you all kind of take stock that she kind of looks like Logan. It's like a little bit. Um,
Ooh, okay.
uh, and that's about all you get off her. And she kind of has that same. The Logan you've known has been pretty nice, but she has like a little bit of that edge that reminds you of how he came out swinging on the plane.
Right.
Uh, and she saunters off. Um, so I assume you guys are heading to bed.
yeah.
These stairways.
Yeah.
Sick.
Cool. Uh,
Somebody fix it.
I want to go to my room.
well, honestly, we're skipping to the next day, so
Okay.
well, you guys can just go to any of the classrooms, which are up and left. Yeah, there you go.
Is this the placement?
Yeah, you're heading for the placement. We're just gonna have you in there as we get to the getting there part. Um,
Is it like mostly empty? Like, is it just us?
uh, you know what? Let's find out.
Yay, more new mutants.
I just want to grab both of you, Kai and Fiora by the shoulder. Listen, I'm gonna be between you from now on. You need to focus.
As long as you keep waking them up, that's all right.
I
Okay.
will do my best to not, quote unquote, fall asleep. Gods will me to meditate. I will not refuse.
You admitted. I start yelling. I start like yelling over Raphael. I'm like, you admitted last night to falling asleep, not meditating.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're not gonna
Shit, my
gaslight me.
head.
Okay.
I would like to use mind reading on on fucking Kai. See what he's, and just listen to what he's thinking right now.
uh, What'd you get?
I roll a 16. I rolled a 16.
Uh, you, as you like enter your mind and attempt to like pierce Kai's. You hit a wall, and then you just hear, "Hello, you've reached the Xavier anti-telepathy link. This is to stop students from spying on the minds of other students. If you'd please refrain from doing so, that would be excellent. If you ever need to spy on another student, please contact staff. Hello, you've reached the
Message
Xavier."
after
And it just loops.
I think to myself, "Fucking shit. I need to get him out. I need to get him outside of the school,
um.
even though that's possible." So, at this point, I'm like grumbling, like pissed off to myself. Like fucking hell.
Damn,
I find out
What
I
you
am.
got over there, Feora?
place is not gonna be that hard, right?
That's not what I'm talking about.
There
Wasn't
is-
a good idea though.
There is one other student here.
Is that her?
Yeah, a young girl, just kind of chilling. She looks to be around like 13 or 14. She like walks in like kind of at the same time as you guys. She goes, "Hey, how's it going?"
I
Hey,
wait.
kid.
Whoa.
They're calling me Chasm. I guess I'm calling me Chasm. Everyone here has nicknames, so I called myself Chasm. And she kind
Oh,
of shakes
Bruce.
her. Hey, nice to meet you. What do you do? Is that
Raphael.
rude? I'm sorry.
From what I've been told, it's a pretty normal thing to ask.
Okay, cool. What do you do?
It seems I am mostly just strong and hard to hurt.
Wow.
I also get very hot.
Is that useful?
I make it work.
Hell
Make it
yeah.
easy.
Hell yeah.
You got steamy last night.
I don't-
Yeah, specifically, I can produce a lot of steam with
Wow.
heat, which can come in handy.
Neat. I got this, and she like kind of turns and like raises like the bottom half of her shirt up on the left side, and you see like just a gaping hole, but like not to like her like stomach or like any of the inside of her body. It's like hollow. It's like just
Like an
black. Yeah.
You got a
A black
stoma.
hole.
Dude.
I'm immediately gonna ask, can I?
Yeah, sure. My brothers did it.
I'll stick my hand in there.
You reach in. It's cold. And like
Make some heat. Make some heat in there.
Yeah, I gotta put some heat there.
you make heat and it just kind of like warms
Is
the
there, like, a reaction
air.
from her.
She goes, "What are you doing?"
Do you feel that?
Nah, I don't feel it at all, actually. It's weird. They took an X-ray and like I still have the part of my body that's here on X-ray. Except for like if you're it's like
Just
it's
like the
over
skin
it.
layer.
It's like there's a hole over this part of the body, rather than like there being a hole in the body. It's like the hole's a
Right.
separate thing.
Oh.
Hmm.
Is your whole body like that?
I wonder. What
No, it's just
happens if
this
you reach
spot.
through the other side.
Oh.
There's not another side. She like turns around,
Well,
shows
I mean,
the
like,
other.
through your body.
Oh, interesting. I don't. That would mean there would have to be something in
there's
my
a-
body, and that would make me uncomfortable. So I don't really want to do
Yeah,
that.
But I saw a chick that phased through a wall.
Oh, do you
And
know her
so
name?
That might. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote, it's Kitty. It's Kitty.
Kitty.
She's cool.
Okay, and she like writes down on a piece of paper. Kitty. Okay, I will look.
Is she a staff member?
She knows how
She
to
flew the
fly.
plane.
I don't remember.
Uh,
I think Bruce would remember if it was told to him that.
You think
she
Bruce would
was a
remember?
staff member.
Okay. She is a student in the piloting
gotcha.
course.
Yeah, she's another student.
Oh, rad. Okay, cool. I'll see if I can find her
I don't know.
later.
I'm just throwing ideas out.
No,
you know.
it's cool.
It's
like
interesting.
it
That was the
fascinates me.
first thought.
So the biggest issue is that like once it's in there, it's just like in there, and it can float away. So like
Mm.
Oh.
it's not. It
Can't use it for storage.
it's not. Well, I mean you can, but you can't unstorage it really effectively. Like if it's like sitting there, you can kind of like reach in and get it, but like
When I put my hand in there, did it feel like zero gravity?
it kind of didn't feel like anything. The closest thing you could liken it to
Interesting.
is like mist. Is closest to what it felt like dew almost, like when you wake up super early and it's like wet but it's not raining or anything. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like the air is wet, but that's about it.
Interesting.
Um, and yeah, I would say if you like kind of like relaxed your arm, it'd feel a little floaty, but like not even like being in water. Um,
Right.
she goes, so I guess you guys are all here new here too, then
2 days.
2 days.
Yes,
Yeah.
Awesome.
2 days.
I got picked up like I think it was like like Friday evening or Thursday evening,
Did you
something
get
like that.
attacked?
No, actually, I mean I like
Hmm.
I my like mom and dad live like probably like 45 minutes from here, so they just like dropped me off.
Oh, sweet.
Oh,
I was in Kansas.
Wow, what's it like over
uh,
there?
Oh, it's about the same country-wise.
Hmm.
There's
I don't know
farms.
where I was.
I was in New York.
she she looks at you, and her like hair covers her eyes, but you just sense like a profound sadness at that comment, Nate.
Putting a thumb over at Kai. He's in China, trying to distract me.
Oh, neat. I've never been out of the
It,
country.
it's true.
Um,
Oh,
It's-
so
That was
he
my
is
first
awake.
time.
It's very beautiful over there.
yeah, I would like to visit at
Yo,
some point.
ninja.
Huh? Wait, you killed
Yeah,
somebody?
Kai over here's a murderer.
I
Kill-
didn't
Yeah.
murder anyone.
No,
You-
you definitely threw that guy off the monastery. Like,
You know
that was
what?
a long
I don't-
call.
You know what? Yeah, you're probably right. I would like to think he was okay, but now that you mention it, he's probably dead.
Actually
Hey,
killed.
I was doing it to protect my master. Okay,
I didn't say it was wrong. I just said you killed him.
you are correct.
Yeah, Kai, over here in the
Uh.
States, we don't have masters anymore.
Kind of chuckle at that one. Can't help it.
About that time, a lady walks in with a big poofy, like brown red hair and a white streak going through it.
Immediately sit down in the front row.
She looks built, kind of just like strong frame. She's wearing like a short kind of like crop top leather jacket. She goes, "Hey y'all, how are y'all today?" Oh,
Oh my god.
honestly, this is appropriate. I'm into it.
Down a little.
I'm here to conduct your placement test. This will decide where y'all are at academically and like who you're going to be going to, classes with. So do your best. And nope, not Google Chrome. Whoopsie. I'm gonna pull up how this part works real quick.
QB, we're about to go take a fucking like Google test.
I just actually give you like a real.
I'll do it. I don't care. I'll do
Yeah,
it.
I would actually take it.
Yeah.
I'll
Okay,
try to take it in character.
Okay.
I feel like Cam wrote this little part with the intent of us just rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now she knows. Next time she can just give us a Google Doc.
So-
and we'll do it.
So here's how this part's gonna work, right?
Okay.
We're gonna go subject by subject for all of you. For each subject, you're gonna roll just a straight up like logic roll. If you get a 15, well, okay, let's start here. If you get a 10, you're normal. You take the class. You're not any better than anyone else. You're not worse at it than anyone else. If you get a 15, you're already good at that subject. Not good enough to test out, but you have an edge. which means that you will literally have an edge whenever you're rolling to do stuff with that subject in the future, including rolling in the future to test out of it. See what I'm saying? So, like, if you get the momentum of, like, you're already good at the subject, it will be easier down the line to stop needing to take that class. If you get a 20, you test out automatically. And on top of that, you get double edge regarding that subject for the rest of time.
Damn.
I have a
Cool.
question.
Mhm.
I have fresh eyes,
Okay.
which give me edge on checks for like things I'm encountering for the first time.
Okay. Let me read exactly how that works real quick. Oh, it's
That's
not.
pretty much exactly what that says. Is
Cool.
edge on things that you like a character encounters for the first time.
Okay, cool.
It's okay. So the way it words it is, the character has like an unusual background that
Right.
is like not normal,
Right.
and because of that, they think differently than the people around them.
Have
So
an edge on
they
logic
when
checks.
they're present
Cool. Yeah.
when they're presented with problems, they think about it differently.
That will apply here depending on subject. And I will
Right.
pretty much, I'm going to allow to reason, like what you think would be your first time encountering these things. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because on top of that, the things you said earlier about whether or not you were good at certain academic things applies here. So if you said, I suck at math, you get a trouble towards your math roll for the math subject.
Okay.
I will also say, if you go under 10, it's kind of the same thing as like the edges, but it's with troubles. And on top of that, you're going into a younger classroom. So trying to roll under 10.
Man, I got class with a bunch of kindergartners.
You're only gonna get the kindergarten class. It's like if you get like under
Less than
5.
5.
Yeah. But if you just go under 10, you just have trouble towards that subject. So now we're gonna start rolling. So first subject, English. So just start making your logic rolls, and these are all logic rolls.
Can I get like a
50.
vibe on what kind of English class this is, or are you just gonna
So-
tell me when like my trait
Let's
applies?
go.
This placement test is comprehensive for each subject. So it's a little bit of reading, it's a little bit of writing, it's spelling, it's all of it. You know what I mean?
I don't think I would have an issue with reading, writing, or spelling. I think the only thing that would stand out is like the way that I write things
Okay.
would be very like
We'll say you roll it normal
ordered in
then.
a specific way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so actually, you
Fantastics here.
yes, they count.
Okay.
What were you gonna say?
We do. It's non-combat trick, right?
Yes, non-combat.
It's not letting me roll.
Is it not? I see it on the right.
Is it?
Mhm.
Yep.
What's
Yeah,
the
you
thing
go-
for you?
You might need to reconnect because I see like, I think hold on, let me see. You got
The last one I got is the mind reading, the 15.
okay. Yeah, for me, I see you got after that you got a 22.
Yeah.
We're keeping that. We're keeping that.
I'm cool with that.
see.
That was the first roll you did. That's the one you got.
I'm gonna try to reconnect in the meantime.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm taking that 22.
You're taking the
I know
22.
English. I know English.
You know English. So I was gonna say, Nate, do you think fresh eyes applies here?
If it's not asking me like how to structure sentence, like how to like write like a newsletter or like
Okay.
if it's not asking like that, like asking me to write in a specific way, then I
Got
would
it.
think
So
that would apply.
you'll just roll flat for this.
Okay, I got a 10.
Okay. You
I
are.
don't have a logic bonus.
That's fine. You're average at English. You just take the class.
Oh, this is gonna suck.
I got a 15.
I also rolled a 15.
Okay. So, oh, awesome. So both of you are gonna have the edge towards English related things. what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually write these in Discord because otherwise it's gonna be a pain to keep up with.
I'm
So,
putting it
Oh
in
my
my notes
God.
section.
oh, that's so perfect. Yeah, please.
If you just drop them
Yeah.
in chat and everything, Cam, you can just come back and
Yeah,
pull them out of there.
that's a good idea. I'm gonna do that.
So with me rolling that 22, what's that mean for me?
So you
Test out.
you immediately test out of that class, meaning that like part of your schedule is open. So you will be out of class when other people are testing, but also you get double edge regarding English related roles in the future, and that's vague on purpose. So like if you think you would use your double edge on a role and you can make a good argument, I'll let you have it. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Maybe you're like trying to give a speech to like a group. Like that might be a circumstance where that comes up. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, so cool. And then so you got the 22. What did you get, Kai? Oh, there it is. I see. 15. Okay. Awesome. So that's that one. You know what? Does she even have? I'm gonna do this too. Cool. Chasm got a 10. She's average in English.
She better up, dude. If she gets higher than me, I'd be pissed. She's like 12.
If she got higher than me, I'd be pissed.
It's awesome. So okay, next one is social studies. That's
No fucking
crazy.
way. Another 22.
That's crazy.
I got another 15.
Hell
I
yeah.
rolled a 12.
All right. I'm gonna need your guidance here, DM. What kind of social studies is this?
This one is probably gonna have fresh eyes. I will say this one's probably gonna have fresh eyes.
There's no way he knows anything.
That leaves me with what, 1, 2, 3 more classes to figure out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Or
my gosh, let's
two
go.
currently.
I
You
got-
did two more.
I got a 16 for that one.
That's crazy.
Luck of the dice.
You're just going through and it's asking questions and you're like, I don't know. JFK just sounds like a shootable name. Fully
No,
winging
oh
it.
yeah, my bunkmate shot JFK. That one unit I was tested with.
Wait, what?
I assumed he was locked up with other people. I'm saying Lee Harvey Oswald was a mutant.
That's how he shot him twice.
That's right.
So awesome. You would get the edge. What did everyone else get? Kai got a 12. Okay, you're in the average
15.
spot. You would get the edge on that,
I got the 22.
and you got a 22. Cool.
They were tested out of everything.
It's genuinely
Crazy.
possible.
Fucking genius.
I got a +5 to all my logic checks.
Shit.
Yeah, yeah. If I
Next.
just aim for the 15, I'm in the clear.
So next subject is the doozy.
Oh,
All of you except for Kai, or not Kai, sorry, except for Bruce, get trouble on this.
So we roll twice, right? We take the lower one.
Right. And this is
you just-
math.
I thought it was you re-roll the highest die.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
It's
That's
one
he said the D&D way and I got confused. But yes, it's you re-roll the highest one and take the lower result.
Take the look. Yeah.
Right. So
You would hit
Like,
the
twice.
So your Marvel die, you're gonna re-roll.
you hit
that,
trouble
right?
on that one, yeah.
gotcha.
Got it.
Yeah.
So, you're average at math.
I got a 10.
Ah,
Okay.
Here we go.
Jesus
Ooh, no
Christ.
That's
Fucking way.
crazy. Now, you do have trouble on this.
Oh, this makes me nervous.
Okay, you still get the edge,
Can
but you don't
can
test
I
out.
use my karma to re-roll this.
Oh, that's
Oh, I
so
didn't even
stupid.
think about that.
But
I
yeah,
forgot about
yeah, I'll let it happen.
you
I wish I had thought about karma.
could say no.
I-
It's an 18. It's still an
got it.
18.
Cool.
Wait. No, wait. Wait.
Wait, what?
Why is it show 2? Is it just showing me the lower? So, 'cause
Yeah.
my second roll, it was a 6.
So I think the karma would actually just cancel out the.
It would cancel out my 2
trouble.
then at that point, right?
It would
Yeah.
cancel out the trouble. So just whatever your first flat roll would be.
Which
would
was
basically-
another
20.
it was a
Another
20.
22. So you do
Yeah,
test out of
22.
math.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Theo is a fucking genius. A
I
prodigy.
just got science and sex ed. Let's go.
Fair, you're going through the test and you're like thinking about math, and then you're thinking about like New York schools and like how ridiculous the math quizzes are, and like you kind of
Because it's all financing stuff. It's
Right.
all business.
and then you kind of
It's like,
realize that like this whole time it's not that you weren't understanding it, it's just that you just did not care. And now that you're actually applying yourself, you're doing all right.
Feora, you just brought up something genius.
Go on.
Is there gonna be a sex ed class?
There
If
is.
you look in the
Theo
chat,
runs it. It's
if you
right
look in the
there.
chat
Oh,
at the
I didn't
very
see it
bottom.
that way.
oh, we got science and sex ed next.
There was a reason I asked what your experience with your interest in sex was. Okay, so next one. Kai, you already do? Yeah, you did. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't miss anyone, right?
No.
Okay.
You know, I mean, I got a 16
Okay, cool. So you would get the edge.
as well.
Next one is science. So Raph, you actually have edge on this.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I rolled a fucking 7.
Rip.
Is this a flat roll for me, or?
I would say this is flat. Yeah. It's as much science
As
you
a
recognize
15.
as science you don't.
I
Hell
am
yeah.
using my last bit of karma for this.
Okay.
I'm rolling edge on my lowest roll.
Okay.
15. Let's go. I'll take it.
Hell yeah.
That's the first class I didn't test out of.
And the final course, sex education.
I rolled a 12.
Awesome.
I rolled a 10. You know what? I'm okay with that.
Farrah has no riz.
I have more
15.
rhythm Feora.
I got another fucking 15.
You got a 15 in sex ed. Well, honestly, that makes sense.
Me and my sister, it's because I was always protected with my sister. We'd always look out for each other.
Hell yeah.
So
I
that's
gotta
that's
ro-
lower
I'm
more
putting
accurate.
sex
Feora.
ed edge in my notes.
Sex ed.
Edge on sex.
Your mom was just like, so this is what a uterus is.
I'm
Awesome.
gonna burn all 3 of the karma I have.
So what you get? What you get? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
terrifying.
So first roll, I got the fantastic one,
Uh-huh.
and then after using all 3 of my karma, managed to squeeze out an almost highest possible roll of 17.
Nice. So you also have it. Well, it's because they taught you biology, so they taught you all of the parts that are on a man and a woman. So about it.
Honestly, I'll take it. I will take this happily.
Hell yeah.
I'm very happy
Glad
with
I
all my
didn't
rolls.
fucking flunk anything.
It would have been so funny if any of you had been in the children's course.
It would have been so
I was just like,
funny.
why is there a class about this?
Literally.
So this means I only have to focus time into science, sex ed, and my 3 electives.
Yeah,
That's
but
awesome.
this also means that you can fill out the rest of your schedule with more electives. So every class that you tested out of, you can replace that with an elective if you want.
Good shit.
I can no longer zoom in or out for some reason. That's weird.
Interesting.
Oh well.
Feora's multi-classing.
Literally.
Pretty much.
So
Wait, Cam,
Yeah.
how would you feel if I were to split Feora up and send her to all these classes simultaneously?
Oh, that's good. That's really good. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I mean, why wouldn't
Yeah.
you, right?
At that, I mean, I might as well take all the electives at that point.
Mhm. I will say the only thing is that you do have to make sure you reabsorb with whatever clone goes, or else you don't prime for it doesn't get the knowledge. But as long as that happens, totally fine.
Hell yeah.
How are they not going to? It's in the school.
You can get shot.
One side of the X mansion gets blown up and that Feyora dies.
One never knows.
I won't know until they fucking recover. Hey, yeah, Feyora's dead. No, she's not. She's over there helping. What?
What?
Yeah, look.
So Ro kind of goes, all right, turn in your papers. Thank you very much. That's all I really need you for, and we'll get back to you with your test scores soon. Thanks. If you need anything,
Write those down for us because I didn't keep track of which ones I.
that's okay. I will. I was kind of mentally tracking it, but I am also recording all of this, so I'll go back later and add all of them to your actual like in-game character sheets.
Yeah, I kept track of them here.
Yeah.
W. Awesome.
Got your electives though. So Rogue actually kind of goes. So if those of you who have more electives to pick, if you could get that in by the end of the day, that'd be super cool. Tomorrow is like really the last we can really do it. But yeah, just whenever you have the time. All right, I'm gonna go turn these in. Thank you very much. If you need anything, we're around. Have a good one. She kind of starts heading out, and you guys are back on your grind set. And I'll say above board, we have covered the things that I had written. Rest of it, it's just up to you. So whatever you want to do is whatever you want to do.
I'm making my way to the headmaster's office and signing myself up for the rest of the electives.
Real.
Honestly, I'm kind of lost. Don't know what to do with myself right now.
You actually get a little text on well, I guess you don't even have a phone. Storm walks by and goes, by the way, your parents called you earlier. While you are out, you might want to check in with them, you know? They sound fine, but, you know, it seems like they're interested in making sure you're okay.
Where do I do that?
There are phones, like, all over the place, but in your room, there is also, if you want more privacy, there's a phone in your room as well.
I see.
Do I see Beast in the halls at any point?
Let me think. It would probably be... So it's morning now because it's the next day. You see him on the way to what looks like probably his science class.
I'm gonna stop and be like, I heard you're the one to talk about costumes or uniforms when that becomes pertinent.
Ah, salutations, young Bruce, wasn't it? I mean, yeah. What are you thinking? I'm always interested in designs, even if I don't have the budget for them yet.
I just pull out the the sketching I've been working on all night. I was like, nothing too fancy. Just
give me an agility check to see how good of a picture this is. How good you are at sketching.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Yeah, child's
Is
drawing.
it agility or would it be ego?
There's an argument for ego as well, but it's one of those things where I think there's more than one way to be good at drawing. So I would say it would be either ego, logic, or agility, and I just know his agility is the best one of the three.
Like there's not really a lot of like creativeness going into this.
Right.
That's gonna be a flat 20.
Ooh, this is good work. It's very much like you've probably been taught how to quickly
Detail.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's
like
just a very good sketch of
Yeah.
various camo patterns, like suits.
he starts looking through your little sketch and goes, "Ah, camo, utilitarian. I like it. What else do we have here? Camo. We also have camo and camo and camo and camo.
Well, you never know what kind of environment you need to be prepared for.
And you would be wanting all of these?"
At some point.
Fascinating. You know, I might have something for this.
Probably to start off, it seems like there's a lot, forestry and multicam would
Mhm.
probably be the first picks, and probably the urban,
I
depending
gotcha.
on where we will be getting sent. I'll leave that up to your judgment.
Is this a purely tactical thing, or do you also just like the way it looks?
Uh, Tactical. Should I pick like a off-duty style as well?
Well,
Off-duty camo is
we might be able to do
crazy.
some sort of active camo situation, which would handle the tactical part. But then, sometimes people just like the camo pattern to look at, and
I mean, if you can,
if I
if
make a suit
that's
that turns you invisible and then you turn it off and it's like magenta, is that gonna be your
whatever,
vibe?
maybe not magenta. I'll have to if it's like if it's active, I'll have to think about. I mean, I could just change it whenever I wanted to, right?
Yeah, I don't see why not. We'll probably rustle some up
If it
for it.
was active,
Hmm.
but whatever is easiest.
Okay, we'll take a look at what I can do. If you could, do you know all of your abilities yet? Where are you at with that?
Uh, Strong and durable
Strong and durable.
is,
Okay.
is what I've found
You
so
don't
far, and hot,
hot like inflamed hot or like just warm.
like temperature,
Okay,
like probably breathable because
but you don't
I
like
need something
erupt. Is my
breathable.
point.
No,
Okay.
no, don't need fireproof.
Okay.
Although flame retardant is always nice to have.
Good. We can't say that word anymore. But no. Uh,
It's nice. B still has a sense of humor.
uh, he goes, all
Can't
right.
say what anymore?
R-
Flame.
you almost got me. You did. Anyway. uh, so I
Which
needed to generally
okay.
check and make sure that nothing you can do is going to ruin the suit outside of obvious combat difficulties. So yeah, I'll take it into consideration. We'll probably have some. I assume you've been told that we kind of hang back on the.
Yeah.
Okay, I figured. So you'll have some time if you develop anything new. Like I don't know, maybe you grow like spikes out of your spleen, or you can turn your skin into a black hole, or I don't know, melt things with your tears. Anything like that, pertinent information. So if that
Yeah. And
happens,
I don't know what kind of allowance or budget we get here, but like
did they not
most of
tell
this
you about
stuff
the?
could be found at a surplus store
Well, true.
for like $5.
Did they not tell you about that you get paid to be an X-Man?
No.
Oh damn. Yeah, you get like I mean, we don't really have tuition generally anyway, but we actually like be kind of messed up to just like employ child soldiers and then not and then not give them anything back. So you get paid like per mission.
Okay, so then yeah, probably just keep the active camo in mind, and I'll just make do with
Rad.
allowance in the meantime.
There's like a town like 45 something minutes away. We have field trips and stuff
Am
fairly
I
kind of.
free to leave?
Yeah, for sure.
And
Like we can't
okay.
keep you here. It's just I mean it can be dangerous out there, but like
I mean, like if I were to, go to get supplies,
as long as
like that'd be cool.
as long as you are safe, checking in and making your classes, we don't give a shit.
He's just a chill dude. He's a chill guy.
10-4.
Copy that. I need to get to class. You have a good one. And keep in touch. He goes off to his class.
Now then, do we get back pay for that?
Uh, you would probably want to talk to a teacher about how the payment system works.
As far as I'm concerned, this is volunteer work.
Yeah, as far as the rest of us know, we kind of just got sent out. We almost died twice.
It's
That's
just part of
it.
the job.
Yeah, you would probably want to like actually like flag down someone in staff who would know about that. You like Professor X or Storm would know, but also probably like most of the staff would know. Um, is that what you're doing, or like what are we up to?
Well, I was still gonna go and talk to Storm about getting those electives.
Right. So you're heading that way anyway. Um,
Yeah.
so you head to Storm's office. Uh, you knock or just enter.
I knock.
Come in.
I step on it and everything. Oh, maybe.
Me-
Maybe, please. Let me in! Let me in!
you see she looks up and she goes, Miss Bonk. Is your name actually Bonk?
Yeah, I think it's European or something.
Hmm. How can I assist you?
I wanted to sign up for more electives. Thought about it and changed my mind. I want to do more.
Oh, did you test out? Because otherwise we would not have that many slots available.
I don't know the results yet, but I've got a really good feeling. And I want to do the rest of the electives.
Well, Rogue did just pass through here. Let me take a moment to pull you up your file. You see a machine behind her, kind of looks like a fax machine or a printer that just has like the full stack, and it's just going like like it's just pulling through paper and stuff, and then she's just like a little boop at on her computer, and you see Storm. She goes, let's see. Oh, damn. Yeah, you tested out. uh, let's see. You have what was this around? You ended up staying in science and sex ed, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You have 3 open slots in your courses.
Well, Miss Storm, I was wondering if I could just fill up all of them. You see, my mutation, and I duplicate myself out real quick.
Oh, I see what your game is. Hmm. Tell you what. Sure. Do you know if have you experienced difficulty when merging or anything like that, or any sort of psychic damage from your abilities?
When I strain myself a little too much, but
Okay. I'm gonna let this happen. If you flunk out, I will say that it's still a flunk, so it will go on any record if you choose to go to a different college. So try to avoid that. But that is a lot of extracurricular stress potentially. If you think you can handle it, I will not stop you. But, you know, do let me know if you decide to withdraw from any of these if it becomes too much. Uh, but I mean, sure. Yeah, okay. Hold on. This will take some finagling in the system because it does not like putting one student in multiple classes like
at
on the
the
same
same
time
time.
slot. Uh, so I might actually have to talk to Beast about this. I will make a note. she writes it down.
I can imagine Beast is also the like IT guy. Beast and Forge are just
Yeah.
simultaneously like
Yeah.
if one's busy teaching class, it's like, oh, it's my hour.
Right.
IT.
She goes, sure, yeah, you can fill them all up, but be warned that, it's a lot you're taking on. So I wish you luck. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Me and the clone both nod and we're like, and both simultaneously go, no, I think that's it.
Okay. I will remind you that you did not ask about the payment yet.
All right. I I'm gonna let that slide until until Bruce brings it up to any one of us.
Okay, cool. Oh, got it. Yeah. Oh yeah.
If-
Yes,
yeah,
I guess you
if-
weren't here. Cool. Totally fine. She goes, very good. Have a nice day then. And you. So yeah, go ahead and mark on your sheet as well that you are in for all these electives.
Is there a slot in
I put it
little...
in your like in the biography at the bottom where it says features. That's where I put your classes.
I just made a text document for it. Keep it in the folder.
Yeah, that's not a bad
Spreadsheet.
idea either. Tell you when you're done with that, copy paste it and send it to me on Discord just to make sure it doesn't get funky.
I will do that right now.
Whenever there's a moment that no one else wants to do something, I would like to do something.
Cool. Where's everyone at? Raphael, are you going to call your parents yet, or are you gonna hold off?
Yes.
Okay, so you are you going up to your room, or are you just doing it in the hallway?
Just in the whole spot. It's the closest phone.
You ring them up. I assume you seem like the type of guy that just would know your home
Yeah.
phone number. Like, yeah, okay, I figured as much.
Doesn't.
Hey man, some of these guys don't know their times tables.
That's true.
You call them up and it rings for a second, and then you hear like it's probably taxes again. Hello.
Hello? Oh,
Hey, Raph, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you? How are
It-
you two doing?
It's Raph. No, it's Raph. Get. Yeah, okay. We're doing great, buddy. He's your ma's and she's upstairs. She'll be on in a second, but she's up there doing her hair, and you know how it
Okay.
takes her.
Yeah.
How's the new school? Are they treating you well?
I killed
Yes,
the
I'm
man.
making friends.
That's awesome. You're making friends. That's lovely. What? Tell me about them. What are they like?
Well, there's Bruce. He's about my height, pretty strong guy.
Awesome.
There's
Awesome.
Kai. He's a bold Chinese child.
Chinese labor, dude. It's the cheapest.
we picked him up in China. We took a plane over there and everything.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
Yeah.
So you've been out of the States now. How lovely.
I fought
Wow.
ninjas.
You know, wait, huh?
There were a lot of them. They had bombs.
They had bombs?
Yeah, they were trying to blow up Kai's monastery.
And Kai is the monk child.
Yes.
Wow.
And then there's Feora. She's a blonde, average height.
Uh-huh. Sorry. I'm just still on the ninjas thing. Uh, okay. But you're okay?
Of course.
Okay. Hey, when you
I beat them up.
I'm so proud of you. And your mom would be too, but don't tell her about that part.
Of course, Paul.
Good, but I'm happy you're doing well, and I'm happy
Man secret.
you're making friends. Oh, you know what? Your mom's here now. Let me put her on real quick.
Ma, I killed the man.
No, he does that. Oh, at the damn horse. All right. Raph?
Hey, Mom.
Hey, how are you doing? How are you doing? I miss you so much.
I miss you too.
How are you? It's been like 3 days. I've never not talked to you that long.
I know.
It's
I know.
crazy. How is the school treating you?
It's huge.
It's huge. That's incredible. Is it like bigger than the farm?
Yes.
That's
By
incredible.
far.
Your pa told me you managed to took a little field trip out of the States to just sightsee, and that's incredible. How that makes you the first. That makes you the first one in our family in probably like 90 years to leave Idaho or wherever the hell we're from. Kansas.
It's Kansas, Mom.
It's Kansas.
I know you don't think about it much.
I don't, I'm a simple woman. I just do the cooking. Uh,
I love Ma and Pa.
Me too.
But I'm happy to hear from you, and I don't want to keep you too long or embarrass you. But you're always welcome to give us a call. We love to hear from you.
Oh, I will. I'll check it.
That's awesome. Okay, thank you. I could sit here and talk forever, but I can hear the hustle and bustle of the school, so I'll let you go. But I do miss you, Sonny boy. I'm all right. I gotta go before I go off forever. All right, you have a good one, sweetie.
You too.
All right. Uh, you feel so rejuvenated, and you get
Yeah.
one karma from talking to your parents.
Oh yeah. Oh
Uh,
yeah.
You gotta do that on the daily now, Ethan.
uh.
Metagame my parents.
The parents meta. Uh,
We're farming
Fuck
parents
you.
today.
Fuck you,
That's what wait. Are we all except Raph, fucking orphans?
You're all orphans.
Yeah, actually.
You're all orphans, and I have a happy family.
I mean, mine could be out there somewhere. I don't
That's
know.
true. That's true. You don't know the asses though.
Least tragic story.
Literally.
For real. He's just a happy dude from a farm.
Um. Awesome. So, there was someone else who was wanting to do something, and I forget now. Was that you, Nate?
Nate.
I do whenever everyone else is
Jared.
done with theirs.
Jared?
Oh, he's asleep again.
You passed out.
He's still in the classroom.
He didn't even finish his test. He didn't even get to turn it in. Fell asleep. Rogue just was like, yeah, he's asleep. Test from him, walked
Just
out.
drooling on the paper.
uh.
Let's just let Nate do what he's doing.
Oh, he said he's gonna do the restroom real quick.
No, I will spend the morning going around looking at like the different classes and kind of take a note of who's in what classes, and I'll specifically look out for Throat Goat and
Galcus.
Fiji. And who was the other one I talked to? Was it the Fate?
Fred
Supposed to
Skull.
do?
Yeah, Fred Skull.
Um, so I will specifically take note of what classes those three are in at the moment.
That's a good question. So let me actually take a look at them. So, uh, currently the classes that are running are like, there's kind of always a class running, but
If
currently,
there's multiple throughout like the morning, I'm specifically looking for the ones that are like not the like 4 classes.
oh, like who's in what elective is what you're getting
Mhm.
at. Okay.
Right.
So,
Or if there's like a schedule on a board somewhere.
ooh, that's a good point. Um, there
Or maybe
was
like outside of each class.
there
maybe
was
there's
a
schedule.
computer in your room that was like part of the
Mhm.
room, and you would guess that like you could probably find that information on that laptop. But just looking around, you say you're looking out for Throat Goat, who and who? Fred
Fiji
Skull.
and Fred Skull.
Fiji is in what looks to be an art class right now, doing some sort of like physical art. You do see some water paints up there that looked like they might have been hers, but currently she's like doing like pattern cutting. Like she's like taken like a blade to like fabrics and stuff like that.
Okay.
Fred Skull is in just like a normal class, unfortunately, at the moment. And damn it, Fiji. Who was the last one? I already forget. I'm sorry.
Fred
Drogo.
Skull.
Throat Goat.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, Throat Goat. Where would Throat Goat be right about
in the bathroom.
now? Real. Uh, Throat Goat is actually in a computers class right now. So he's like on a little,
Oh,
a
Is
little.
Jared back?
Oh, Jared.
No.
Jared.
He's still asleep.
He texted me a second ago and said he was going to use the restroom and then
Oh, okay.
I didn't see it because I have like the streamer mode enabled where I don't hear notifications. But yeah, so they're in those. You do. Oh, I hear them. You kind of as you're like walking by though, you see a ton of people, and you can see outside there's like a course kind of around the tennis court for like track and field. You do see like a basketball court back there as well.
Does
Um,
track and field encompass like all of the sports?
Between gym and track and field, kinda. You haven't seen anything that would imply that they have like an official
Mm,
sports team here. You know what I mean?
right. I would
Um,
like. I got one more. Where is Cal Kestis?
Was waiting.
uh, he. Where is that bastard? Ah, that asshole's in fencing. I just know it.
Oh, I'm gonna beat the shit out of him in fencing.
He is in a fencing class outside right now.
All right.
So he's kind of back in the field, like off sides of like the basketball court and stuff like that, because they do
And
that
I'll,
outside.
I'll take the computer as well, but I can do that out of session later
Cool.
if this is where we're kind of wanting to drop it.
It's up to you guys. I mean,
I can do this all day.
understandable.
Yeah.
What I will probably say is that probably when you guys go to bed is when I will like pull it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
I'll say at 12, I need to go to bed.
right. So let's
So-
let's kind of aim to like wrap it up in the next like 20-30 minutes.
When you, yeah.
So you guys are just kind of walking around right now. Is there any one you're looking for in particular? Is there anything
It's
specific
still
you're going to do?
early in the morning, and classes are going on. So I guess I want to check out the dining hall and see, what's
That's what I
going
was
on
thinking
there.
too.
Cool.
See if they was in there.
I'll also do that to go get breakfast.
Awesome. You guys walk in.
Does Chasm follow behind us? Or...
Oh yeah. She'll hang out with you guys. Whoa. That audio play for you?
What? No.
Oh, I think that's what's happening. Hold on a second. Getting conflicting audio from somewhere. Where is that coming from?
Oh, now I hear it.
Sound effect?
Oh no, that's just
Okay.
the dining room. There's music in the dining room.
Oh, okay.
Is there?
It's like ambient noise.
Or was that just perfectly timed for when I was moving my character?
I
back
think that
and
was
forth?
perfectly timed.
I
That's
thought it was
crazy.
like ambient noise for in here. What the fuck?
Uh-huh.
Weird. I think one of the background songs that I had in Foundry is just like
There it is again.
going off for some reason.
It's the one that was playing when like Rogue walked in.
Oh, I don't think this is meant to be here. Now is it gone?
Yes.
Okay. I must have somehow accidentally placed a song
I
there.
think it was locational because I tested it again and it went in and out.
That's
again.
crazy. I don't know how I did that accidentally. But
Where was that?
it was like outside of the window. So it was like going through the walls.
That's why it was so quiet.
It was very loud for me.
It was so loud for me. That's why I was like, "Whoa, I got to take a second."
Oh, hold up, I think. Is it the supermarket one?
It was one of, but
way
it's not
louder
this one.
right here.
It was
Okay, now the dining room music is changing volumes.
Alright.
You know what?
Let's
Oh.
just keep going.
I'm just going to
I mean, it's fine.
I'm just going to
Okay, yeah,
mute
they're
it.
Definitely locational. That's what it is.
I will figure that out between sessions, but for now I'm just going to mute my
Okay.
Foundry. You guys head into the dining room. You actually see a home ec class being taught right now. You see a big group of students. You see that lady who was wearing the like stripe shirt. You see the moth girl. Dinnerbone is here. and a few other people who are all here learning to cook. And Gambit is like, so you really you want to put the spices, right? And you want to put them all up in there, all of them. It doesn't matter which ones. Don't even read the label. You don't put them in there. You know what
I'm
I'm saying?
paying so close attention.
And then you gotta mix it
Me
up.
too.
You gotta mix it up. Now the best thing about gumbo is everything. Gumbo is nothing. Gumbo doesn't even matter. So what we gonna do is raid the whole fridge. Put the fridge in there. Apples in there. Spices in there. Chicken in there. Meat in there. Beans in there. Let's see what else we got. He like walks over to a kid who's like eating a granola bar. Like just unwrapped it. He snatches it. And goes,
Is there
this
anything
and
he
then
picks up and doesn't put in there?
he at one point picks up a full knife. Goes, wait a minute. Puts it back. uh, and he goes, and then here, right here, see your family recipe. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna turn around, and then he turns around, puts his back to the students. You see like a flash of purple light for 1 second, and he turns back around and is like, "Now this is spicy as hell. Give it a try."
I meant to ask earlier at the start of the day as well. Was there a new suit prepped for me in the morning or no?
Yeah, there was. There was for all of you.
Okay.
Um, it seems like so, and also you notice this the first day, kind of. There's like a hatch in your rooms, kind of like a dumb, like is it a dumb waiter that they like used to put
Yeah.
in like old mansions?
Yeah.
There's one of those where you just put dirty clothes in, and it goes to a laundry room somewhere, and then it just comes back,
Oh.
and it's super nice. And when you put your suit in there, you got a fresh one back. Is what happened.
Gotcha.
He turns around and goes, "Hey, you kids, what's you for the home ec?"
We haven't started yet. I am.
Oh well, shoot! If you were gonna be in here, you might as well get in here now. I don't even care. I don't care what they tell me to do. I don't care who you signed up for. Come on in. You guys are free to walk in. So what we're gonna do is now we're gonna be making a classical French quiche. So if you want to get your eggs, let's just all make do your best. You all, anyone who wants, can make a. I'll
I
say
step forward and I go for it. I say fuck it, I'm going for it.
I would say
There's got to be a roll here, right?
it's a roll for sure. I would say I could hear an argument for agility, logic, or ego, and depending on what you use, it will come out differently.
I used a logic
20.
roll, and it's a 20.
Oh my god! What's everyone else get?
8.
Ooh, okay. Is anyone else trying?
Would I get fresh eyes on this?
Stupidly enough, yes.
Quiche before.
Just quiche. It's not just quiche.
It'll be a 17 with
Hell
agility.
yeah. So,
yeah.
Bruce, you are standing right next to Feora, just like mimicking her exact movements, like completely locked eyes on her like utensils.
Also, I would say like trying to follow Gambit as much as possible and just putting so many things in there.
Real.
So many things.
Feora, you make a picture perfect quiche. You like, you like notice that someone else had like pulled up a recipe, and you like find a book that has the same recipe, and you kind of like sleight of hand it really quick, pull it up to a quiche page, and it is you just follow the instructions, frame perfect. Bruce, you are so locked in to I gotta make this quiche so good that you don't even notice the book, but you Sharingan eye copy paste Feora's movements and are just throwing spices in willy nilly. Raph, your mom has always cooked for you.
It's my first time in the kitchen.
You no, you didn't get like a 1. I was gonna say you don't crack the egg when you put it in, but I'm not gonna do that bad to you. But like, it's not great.
Comes out kind of
There's
bad.
like a shell or two in there.
Yeah, your peeling is not
Undercooked.
great. Yeah. You make a quiche soup.
You know what? I bet the flavor in that though.
It's
I bet
not
it's
awful.
comfy.
Gambit comes around to test all your quiches.
I wave I wave him down. Mr. Gambit, can you take a look at my quiche?
Hey, you know what the Gambit wants to. Let's see what we got going on here. And he takes a bite out of it. He goes, "This is immaculate. This is real good. But you know what? I would love to see more of like you in it though. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying about. Uh, this is amazing.
Present mine to him.
This will get you into cooking. You know what I mean? Like a class is A+. But where's Feora in it? You know what I'm saying? Put some Feora in it. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of Feora in it. You know what I'm saying? Good work though.
I know. I know. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Good work though. I'm the Gambit. And then he walks on to.
I can fucking poke you, bro.
He walks over to Bruce and goes, "Hey, what's going on over here? Let's take a look see." And he takes a bite out of it. He goes, "Whoa, that's crazy. you've been
Identical.
you've been attentive. You know what I'm saying? Now, this seems like it would taste like hers, and then you put like cinnamon. What is that? Is that? Huh. That is a Captain Crunch.
That's my favorite cereal. He just hasn't had Captain Crunch yet, but as soon as he does, that will become his favorite cereal.
And you know, the sweetness actually kind of does something to it. You're kind of on to something.
Texture.
Texture.
Important.
Crunchy. Yeah. I will say the
I mean, it's just that
anchovies
texture.
with it would probably. I would say take the fish out. I know I said everything. I may have been a little hyperbolic. Take the fish out, you're on to something. But good work. Great first move. Great first move. I'm into it. I'm the game bearer. Let's see what's going on over here. He walks up to you, Raph. He goes, so is this meant to be? Let me get it right. You're meant to make a quiche, yeah? Or is this a different?
It's my first time cooking.
Oh, you know
I
what?
did try to make a quiche.
You know what? We love to try. Excellent try is a good try. I'm gonna give it a sip. And he gives a little slurp. He goes, you know? Mm,
Stick with the class, buddy.
it's a journey. It kind of has some ups and downs to it. So when I first, it's just so much egg yolk flavor, and then
I feel like there would be lard in there.
it's some. I think did you use margarine? Is this margarine?
I'm not sure what margarine is.
He like turns around the like butter that you thought you used, and it's fully. It's like the low fat, like it's like, you know, some people need to eat this, but I the gambit. And he slices it away. So use butter. Use real butter. We're in America. If you're gonna get diabetes, it's gonna happen. Just use the butter. Could use salt, but there's something in there under it. That's what I'm getting like a crispy. I'm getting like a umami. What would you use of it? Can I see your ingredients?
Yeah.
Any specific ingredients you use, or did you just kind of pull stuff?
I just grab things like you said.
Did you pull from this bowl? And you see a bowl full of like this kind of like uh, it's a crispy thing, and you were just kind of you were grabbing real fast. You were just kind of like reaching around. You weren't even looking.
I might have grabbed a pinch.
Oh, so these are chili cheese Fritos, and and I can't lie, that's kind of
I've never
genius.
seen that in my life.
That's kind of genius. Are you a Lay's guy?
What?
Oh, all right, never mind.
I whisper up to Ralph. Raph, and I'm like, just go with it. Just go with it.
All right, that
Not.
no, that's cool though. I have like I haven't heard about you all, but so I get that from Bruce. You need to know what chips are. We're gonna get you chips. And he like walks over to the cupboard and pulls out like just a handful of the like tiny bags of chips. And he's like, homework. Eat all these. But
How did
otherwise,
goldfish make their way in there?
you know,
No, you ate them all. They haven't reordered
we
yet.
we had a whole
Yeah.
box of goldfish go completely missing. Don't know where they went. She's
Oh,
crazy because
know nothing about that.
goldfish the gambit favorite. Next to cocaine, but I don't do
His
that no
cheese
more.
Frito.
Wedding?
Oh, and you know what? What's that? They make a chips out of pigs. You know what again? I'm about pork rinds. Oh my lord. And he's like, I'm gonna go get some pork rinds. Class over, and he like leaves. And you're just in the kitchen with students. Um.
I do a big clap.
Yeah.
I wanted to start going around because I'm assuming like it's open for us to just go around and like look at other people's like booking and see what they did. I want to see if anybody compares to mine because I'm feeling high and mighty about mine.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay.
But feel free to continue without me.
Understandable.
In the day.
Cool. We'll say you check in early and you head upstairs and you.
Or I can figure out whatever I did throughout the rest of the day later.
Cool.
But
Awesome.
I gotta go to bed. So good night, everybody.
Good night, buddy. Sleep
Night,
well. Did Jared ever come back?
No,
Not yet.
if he uses the bathroom, if he's going number 2, he's in there for like an hour.
Really? Bro is
It
committed.
might be an over exaggeration, but he's in there for a second.
He
Gotcha.
has been gone a while.
Cool. So, let's see who else is around. One lady is close, but like it's not holding well. You know what I mean? Like she kind of made scrambled eggs.
Is this the one that I snagged the book from?
Snagged the book from. I'm blanking on that right now.
Like
Which book?
the little cooking book.
Oh,
It's like
no, different lady.
Okay.
But it seems like she just kind of locked in for it, and she got almost there, just off of like instinct. Are you talking to her at all? Or are you just looking?
no, I'm just going around, and I'm assuming like the students are going around and trying everybody else's out.
I gotcha. Um. Yeah, she actually turns around when she sees you looking at hers and just kind of goes, "I didn't really know how to like keep it together. I didn't put cheese in mine, so I don't know if it lost. Any tips?"
This is honestly my first time making it, so I don't know.
Wow, could have fooled me. Yours came out really nice.
Thank you.
I'm Laura, and she reaches us a hand.
I reach back and Feora.
Nice to meet you. You're like you all are new here, right?
Yeah,
Cool. Are you in the junior X-Men?
I think so.
Rad.
Yes.
Maybe we'll be on a mission together at some point. I don't know.
Awesome.
Do you know the rest of who all's on? Have you like talked to any of them yet?
No, I haven't really interacted with too many people.
Sometimes we like hang out in the like lofts upstairs if you ever want to swing by. I don't know. I'm not the most social, but I mean I get people like it, so
Yeah, let me know next time, and I'll come hang out with you.
cool. All right, well, our teacher fully dipped, so I'm going to leave. Bye.
Yeah, and I wave. Actually leaves.
Cool. You could see who all is upstairs at the like kind of junior X-Men gathering spot if you want.
I know Giraffe, and I'm like, hey, let's go check it out.
Cool.
Yeah, sounds cool. I'm interested to see what our teammates are looking like.
Chasm follows you. She's just been kind of like I don't know anyone here. You know what I mean? Oh, one second. My audio just crashed. Give me 1 second. Come on, Steel Series. There we go. It's back. Sorry about that. What were you saying?
It's gone.
I give Chasm my dish, and I was like, "Hey, do you want this?"
Sure. Thanks. I'm just gonna, if it's cool, I'm just gonna keep following you though. I'll eat it while I go though. It's yum.
That's fine.
She's just, you just have a follower eating egg behind you now.
Hell yeah, dude.
It's good
That's
egg.
chill.
That's a perfect 20 roll. That's
That's
Damn
good
good.
egg.
That's picturesque. Fucking quiche.
Uh, there is a lounge in the boys' dorm that you see a few people that look a little bit more uh competent heading towards, and you can just kind of follow them, and it kind of just goes up into the northern part of the dorm as it starts getting late. And what I'm gonna do is
Oh my god, the lights. It's so bright here.
There's an N64 in here.
Holy shit!
You see a small group of kids playing GoldenEye, just locked in on a big screen. That's a light. Whoops. And just hanging out on this like couch that's there. Um, as you walk in, let's actually see who all is here right now. Where's my roll table? There we go. We're gonna do this. Kitty's here.
Oh hell yeah.
Okay. And cool. So you see a few people here. You walk in, you see the girl who piloted the jet this morning. She's relaxing. You see a younger woman with just massive, big like bird wings, like hawk's wings.
I didn't know where that was going.
Massive. Big. And you see two kids that look like they could be related. Um, just mostly normal. They look of like kind of mixed. And you see a kind of taller blonde lady kind of sitting in the corner, just with like long hair, and it's like covering her eyes and stuff. Oh, and you see Laura actually walks in
Oh.
not too long after you.
I wave her down. I'm like, "Hey, you can check it out."
Hey, how's it going? So you actually, it's cool you came. Yeah, we play games and stuff here sometimes. Uh, I'm good at Smash Brothers, but that's about it. Um,
Oh, I used to play Smash Bros with my sister.
really, who do you mean?
You have a sister?
Yeah, it's complicated.
Oh,
I know,
mutant stuff.
I know about complicated. Mutant stuff is so real. Who do you mean?
Star Fox.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I like, what's the guy's name? It's like Ganondorf, I think. Big dude, sword.
What was he on 64? I don't think he was on 64.
He's on 64 in this world.
Oh no way. Do you want to go a couple rounds?
Yeah, I'd love to. I mean, they're playing GoldenEye right now, but once they're done, I'd be down. Um,
Okay.
and Magic over there is like almost exclusively the like sword fighters, which I mean, I guess tracks for her. Uh,
Oh, what do you mean by that?
she's like,
Yeah, what do you mean?
she's like got a big like sword thing. It's like a thing with she's like got a sword.
A sword.
Oh,
Yeah.
can we ask about it?
I mean, I guess yeah, probably magic. And she looks at her and goes, "Duh." And Laura just kind of goes, "Can we see the sword?" And she like, magic just kind of goes like, "Ugh," and just kind of like does a gesture, and a giant like glowing yellow Zweihander appears in her
Are
hands.
we going like old like magic soul sword, or are we going like recent like 5 years like guts looking soul sword?
It's a little bit in between. It's bigger than the old one, but like it's a little bit more like an actual sword would look. You know what I mean? It's too big for a sword, but it's not like so wide. You know what I mean?
Okay.
This is what I'm thinking.
Because I'm thinking the fucking brick.
hmm
I mean, yeah, I'm thinking this thing.
Yeah, it's closer to that.
Like, yeah, like this.
Yeah, yeah, it's
That's what I'm
pretty
thinking.
close. It's pretty
Yeah, the
close.
guts looking. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
maybe
that's
a
what they've been
little
giving her
thinner and a
recently.
little longer, but that's about it. Yeah.
Jeez, is
Okay.
that heavy?
Uh, I mean, notes for me, but you can try. Do you want?
Absolutely.
Give me a
It's gonna
melee
be fucking.
check.
It's gonna be like fucking Excalibur. You're just gonna
Oh,
fucking drop.
Give me a melee check with double trouble.
Damn.
I already reload pretty low. Oh, that's lower. That's even lower. 12.
12 is still not bad though. It is an immediate weight. And you kind of get the sense that if it weren't for the fact that you had super strength, you would probably not be able to lift this thing at all. But you managed to keep the point like level. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely like heaviest at the
You're
tip.
feeling it in your forearm.
Yeah.
Right now. Like.
Yeah.
You are using leverage to keep this thing up over a raw strength. She goes, oh, pretty good.
This is
Uh,
pretty cool.
okay,
I gotta
mine
get me
now.
one of these.
And she snaps and it disappears. You
Whoa.
tilt back a little bit from the sudden relief.
Yeah, like take a step back.
Um, you guys go on the first mission today, yeah?
Yeah.
Second.
Second?
Well, mission and a half.
You-
We got a text on our like when we got picked up.
Oh, okay. Assholes will probably not pay you for that one, but the second one, yeah.
We get paid?
Hey, what? I look over at
What?
They not
Raph.
they not tell you you get paid?
No.
No.
And you get paid like $100 per mission.
I thought this was volunteer work.
No, I mean that would be child labor. Well, first of all, he's already child labor. That would be child like slavery or servitude or indenturing or something. So yeah, you get
I just want to like crack my door open real quick. Is Amp in there?
Amp is in there. Yeah, he's like
Did it get
noodling on his
louder when you
guitar.
open the door?
It did. Hey Amp,
That's awesome.
we get paid here?
The junior X-Men do anyway.
Oh man. Sick. And I close the door.
I bet. It's really funny.
I go, oh my gosh, so I can finally go shopping with when we get paid.
I mean, duh. I mean, it's not really as much as they should pay you for what we are doing, but I mean, I guess better than nothing.
I came here with no clothes. This is and I get my jumpsuit, I grab it, and I'm like, this is all I got right now.
Oh, I
Damn,
didn't
go.
realize you were that poor. I'm sorry.
It's been a rough couple of months.
We should
Do you
go.
need help?
Well, I'm here now,
Okay. I guess.
We could go
I
shopping.
think. I would love to go shopping. Laura? And I look over at her.
She goes. She kind of like looks and is like, sure, sure, sure. And she magically leans over and is like, I will not make fun of you for going to Hot Topic. And Laura like kind of goes like, all right.
I nudge over at Kaz and I'm like, hey, you should go shopping with us.
Okay, yeah, that sounds fun.
I'll pay for you.
Oh, thank you. Wait, I thought you didn't have money.
Well, I'm getting
We're
paid now.
about to get paid.
Oh,
We're getting
got
paid
it.
now.
Do you think I could get in on this Junior X-Men thing?
Maybe.
Uh,
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know if my
what can you do with your holes?
I can put stuff in there,
I, hmm.
and then it's hard to get it back out.
Well, I guess that could be dangerous.
I I'm sure I can figure something out. Uh,
Is there
You'll
air
learn.
in there?
That's why we're here, right? To figure this stuff out.
that's
Figure
true.
out what we do.
Yeah, that's a great point. Magic kind of like ruffles her head and is like, I'm sure you will figure out something. I have a car. Too late now, but maybe later on this
You
week.
have a car.
I have car.
Sick.
I can imagine. I can picture Magic getting in the car with all of us and like stepping just underneath the car, and we're suddenly there.
It doesn't even have gas in it.
Car is for aesthetic.
we obviously don't know what her actual mutation
Yeah.
is.
Right.
And as far as we know, it's just the Soul Sword.
It's just the fucking sword.
But yeah, maybe next week we go into New York City proper, do a shopping trip.
Well, I know New York like the back of my hand.
Man, I've never been to New York.
Oh, very
Big city
exciting.
like that.
Very exciting then. Uh, you see the other two siblings on the couch who are like locked in on GoldenEye. It's like, how many seats you? One of them leans back. The girl goes, "How many seats you got in that?" Magic kind of goes, "It's four, like normal amount for a car." Stupid. uh, uh, and it's like we're actually already one over if we take child, so maybe next time. The other girl kind of goes like, "Damn. All right, well, next time then." And they turn around and go, "Hi, I'm Marrow. They call me Marrow. You
Hi,
guys
Marrow.
are the new kids, I assume."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. This is my brother Spike. We do bone stuff mostly. How how was your like first mission? How did that go?
I almost blew up.
I threw a bomb off a mountain.
There were bombs on your first mission?
Yeah. And ninjas.
That's crazy. My first mission was like a gas station being held up like 12 minutes away.
We were in
Yeah,
China.
I disabled like 5 or 6 bombs.
Yeah.
Bombs? You know, people have kind of.
Crushed the guy's ribcage.
You what?
He was a ninja. It's okay.
Yeah, I think he killed someone. He might have killed someone.
I mean, I punched the other guy in the kidney, and he just kind of dropped. So I don't know.
Jesus
He's probably fine.
Christ.
I
All
want to
right.
get a feel for the room as we've shared our first mission.
Give me a vigilance check.
Oh hell yeah, 14.
14.
13.
Cool. Uh, it is. It's kind of like the closer to the TV, the more cold the air gets. The people that are kind of like on the outside, like Laura and Magic, kind of are unbothered. And then the people like on the couch are like, "What the shit?"
Damn, these people hard.
Yeah.
Step back.
Uh,
Be with my people.
real. Um,
That's so fucking menacing.
that is absolutely terrifying.
Hold on, let me take.
Hey ladies, I'm lurking and I'm creeping when you least suspect it. uh, they gotta go. Cool. Well, I'm happy you made it through it. I guess. Yeah, I've not really even been in a combat situation yet. Some people have kind of roasted the school for outside of the obvious like we don't like being stuff like also like you're endangering children, but I've kind of ignored it, but like it kind of sounds like they're endangering children a little bit.
I thought this was normal.
No, dog. I mean, and also, so like, did they tell you anything about like the history of the mansion?
No.
Haven't asked.
It's exploded like maybe 7 times. So like,
God. And I look over at Cass and I
God.
go, "Oh my God, is gonna be okay here?"
I don't know.
He's this poor
We'll
child.
watch out for you. It's okay. I'm
uh,
big and strong. And Feora's many.
hell, what man? Oh,
Oh yeah, I guess I haven't shown off my mutation. I want to split off into like 4 people real quick.
rat.
Just fill up the room.
Uh, you just kind of flash, floof, and Magic kind of goes like, "Oh damn, Feora many." uh,
And then we all simultaneously pull out our taser and I was like, yeah, like this is how we like we can just mass tase people.
did they give you gun?
No, it's a taser.
Look gun,
Yeah, we found
looks gun to me.
No,
Maybe.
no, it's that what's her name? The horse girl.
I go
Oh.
here, watch this. This might hurt me, and I point at one of my other clones.
Oh my God.
And I stop and I go, wait, I've never tried this before.
This
Are-
seems dangerous.
Are you gonna do it? Magic goes,
We-
do it, do it, do
instead of being 4 clones, I merge back down into 2 clones.
Cool.
And I tase my clone self.
Roll damage. Roll a ranged attack.
What was it again?
Agility.
It
Agility.
was agility, and then it was a +4 damage.
Yeah.
14, and then what was my resilience? Yeah. Okay, so it's not enough to tase or I guess hurt me. Because we go resilience, right?
It would be versus your agility.
Oh yeah, no, I tased myself. 13 points of damage.
Do you have the link open with your clones when this happens?
I'm gonna assume yes.
Okay. So
Yeah, so I'm picturing both of us drop.
so
God, Feora!
Feora B goes down completely. You tase her and she's just "Ah!" and just drops. And you feel basically like half of that reverberating back onto yourself. And it knocks you to your knees a bit. Magic goes, huh? Dumb.
Jesus, Feora, are you okay?
I learned something new today.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and say that we should go ahead and call it there because I'm also getting
Yeah, that's
hungry. But this was a
This was
good
pretty
fun.
I'm glad we got a the fucking door.